And then we were live. Good morning, YouTube. How you doing? Excuse me. I didn't do my la-la-las this morning. I usually do. Oops. Alrighty. My name is Tina Brooks. I'm a professional tarot card reader. I am here until noon today. If it is not shortly after 9 a.m. and you are hearing this message, then you are watching a repeat of an earlier podcast. So I'm here until noon today. I'll be reading tarot cards, interestingly enough. These are free readings. If you'd like to hire me, you can find out more about me at psychictarot.ca. You can book sitting with me right there. I can read live. And as you can see by watching my podcast, I can read live on the internet too. Wonder of wonders. I welcome you to join us. Please watch. The drama is always amazing and it's a fun place to be. So hang out and see what happens. I see we've already got some sitters who want to be in my hot seat this morning. Hi, Jazz. How you doing? Hello, Salama. Salama, did I get to read for you last week? I did. Good. Welcome back. Glad to see you guys. I am wondering, today's May 12th, so you never know what's happening to people in the world. Sometimes they're always here, and sometimes they find a reason for life to pull them away, and that's what it is. Ooh, okay, so you guys, I found out, you've been watching now, I've been using this deck for my readings for a little while now because I really like this deck. And everybody was asking, and I still didn't get the name of the artisan, but this is the paper wrapper that the deck came in inside of the package, and it's called King's Journey, and it is one of the best decks I have ever read with. And it's crazy because in this deck, the one that is Donald Trump is the kind of card that people aspire to, which is really weird and interesting. But there you go. Doing great. Dad just started his new job. Oh, Jazz, that is great news. All righty. Okay. Hey, do you want to kick off? Jazz got here first, but Salama comes in less often. How about we, Salama, do you want me to start with you this morning? And we can kick you off with our first reading of the day if you would like. If you want to come on live, you are welcome to. The invitation is, hopefully, I'm pasting. Yes, there you go. The invitation to come on live. I've just posted into the chat. And if you don't want to come on live, that's okay too. If you come on live, you can do just video or just voice. And if you don't want to come on live, you can just say chat and I'll stay in the chat with you. No worries, darling. What would you prefer? Good morning, Ninja Mama. Oh, I feel Brett Shani's from you this morning. Happy Tuesday. You are positively glowing, sweetheart. Having a good week, I hope. All righty. All right. Waiting to hear from Salama, whether she's going to come on live. You can click the link or stay in the chat. You want to stay in the chat. Ninja Mama's going to stay in the chat when it's her turn. So absolutely. Yeah. Salama, darling. How are we going to read for you? Salama is possibly having issues. Connection. Guys, I'm hardwired to a cable, so if there's any blinking, it's happening on your end. All right, Jazz, if you want to grab the link, you can come on and wait in the waiting room, because if Salama doesn't show up soon enough, we're going to start with you this morning. How about that? And then I'll put Ninja Mama on here. We'll see if any strangers come in for fun this morning. It's just our regulars. I like that. I have no problem. Whoever comes in is whoever needs a reading, right? All right. I don't know what happened to Salama. She was here at 9:02. It's 9:05, and she has, she's either writing us a story or she's lost her connection, perhaps. And she can't possibly be far off of live because we only just started. So if you're just watching this, guys, Double check that your stream is live, especially if you came in after 9 a.m. All right. I'm going to bring Jazz in while we wait for Selena to come up for air. How's that sound, you guys? You ready, Jazz? Here we go, darling. Good
Hi,
morning.
how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing great.
You have a family member in the background. Hello, family member. Oh, they can't hear me. You have a headset on.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I'm so glad your dad finally started his work, huh?
So are we all the families celebrating and we're not used to it because he's out of the house until around like 3:30 or 3 o'clock. So we just have to get used to everything.
Right. Oh, well, that's cool. I got a jumper for you. I almost never get jumpers. Look at this. Look at you. Look at this is the satisfaction, the comfort, the feeling of solidity that coming home gives to a person. This is the I like to call this the happy as a pig in poop card. This is the card that jumped out of the deck. Look at you. Look at how happy you are for your dad. That's
Is that the
crazy.
king of the nine of pentacles
No, it's four of
or the
pentacles.
lowest one?
So
Oh, okay.
four of pentacles. This is the energy behind it is so intensely the feeling of coming back to someone or something that gives us solidity and comfort and this is all about how you are feeling right now as a direct result of seeing your dad now in the light you used to see him, whereas you've been looking at him fearfully for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
You catch that? So
Yes.
there's a lesson here. The nuance, the using the trying to live in your best life is all about choosing how you're going to feel in a moment, right? So any
Yes.
anxiety or stress that you were feeling towards your dad because of his situation over the last, can you see how that was his energy that you were choosing to pick up and put on?
Yes, and it was not my energy to put on at all.
That's right. And so, in his being brought down by having to wait and being put off and the slow process of going forward, you took that on. Now, watch this. You're looking at dad and all of that. He's back to being the powerhouse that he was before he was weakened by the loss of job.
Yes, that's true.
Do you get it? Okay. So this is what I keep talking to people. That I read for the woman last week, do you recall? And I said to her, "You've been married to this guy for 40 years. You've been working your self improvement program, and all of a sudden you've outgrown him. Why is that? Why are you choosing to look at him that way?" Do you catch the meaning of the words I used for her in reference to your dad right now?
Yes.
You were choosing to see him in his weakened state, so you were making it worse in a sense.
That yes. It
Yes.
was making it
This
worse.
is the nuance. This is I keep saying that it's all about the nuance of how we think about our situation, right? And that's the always anytime you see your dad out of his perfection, what what music does he play? What song does he sing? What makes him a musician for you?
My dad's not a musician. My grandpa was a musician and he's passed away, but my dad listens to like a lot of gangster music, but I don't like it. He likes old gangster hip hop. I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay. Interesting. But you'd rather listen to gangster music than not have your dad,
That's true.
right? That's like as annoying as disliking of gangster music as you are. That's part of him,
Yes, that is part of him.
right? So this is a message to you to not see the gangster music, but to see that love. Good God, look how lovely you look at him when you see him in his perfection. Right. So this is the nuance. I say when you look at people, when you think of people, see them in their perfection. Don't see them in the weakness that they are feeling or the weakness that you were putting on them because of the situation that they seem to be in. Right. If we are capable of carrying ourselves in our whole selves at all times, any weakness to ourselves is granted upon us by somebody looking on us. Do you get it?
Yes.
So if he wasn't feeling dragged down or scared or pulled down by his situation, you add that extra weight to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the quantum physics of the whole. You guys interact because you've traded molecules. All right, you are part of him and he is part of you, and so the more that we can all vibe in, no blessings, the more that we can vibe in unison, the easier everything around us flows. Catch that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for letting that card jump out this morning. Alrighty. Ooh, Knight of Wands. Look at you. Who is this wheel? Oh, take a chance. What are you afraid of? Oh, all right. So, oh, this is interesting. So this is this is the hot fella that we've been talking
Yes.
about. Yeah.
So
And so what are you worried about your boss will think, or are you worried about what your dad will think?
no, so basically what happened is, so that guy that I'm talking to right now, so I actually asked him out to like go with me to go eat, and then last week I didn't hear from him like for 3 days, and then I
Okay.
finally texted him like last week and I asked him if he was okay, and he's like, of course I'm okay, but I'm like, but you never responded to me
Lunch
ask like,
invitation.
yeah.
And what did he say?
He just said, then I asked him was everything okay, and then all we left it there. We didn't say anything else, and I'm starting to think, did he really truly like me? Does he truly want to be around me or something? Because it's getting up onto my head, and then I'm starting to get emotions for him where I'm like getting attached to him. And my mom told me, don't get attached to him, because if you get attached to him like that, you're gonna get hurt.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you saw my video. I had to pull it because I got a lot of nasty comments on it. But one of the reasons you're here is to love people, and you don't get to choose who you love. You just get to decide what you do with that love. Did you catch that?
Yes.
Okay. So part of, if you pre-decide that he's going to hurt you, then what are you telling the universe vis-a-vis this really hot guy that you could possibly take a chance with? Right? He's going to hurt me, so I'm not going to take a chance. Right? And the universe goes, oh, okay. And at which point do you tell the universe, oh, okay, I'm going to take it. If you think everybody is going to hurt you, you're never going to take a chance. You get it? The chance at happiness is, right? You make your happiness. Totally. Like, you never settle for anything that you don't want entirely for yourself, or are not willing to sacrifice in order to have something that you want. You catch me? This is about you and your go around. Do you think, because he's hot, I mean, this is a Knight of Wands. This could be this could be fun. This could be good for you. This could be lucky. You really like the guy. You're starting to get feelings.
Yes.
And so all of a sudden you put the kibosh on the very idea by going, oh, he's going to hurt me. Of course he's going to hurt you. That's what partners are for. Ask your mother how often your dad has hurt her in all the years that they've been married. And I guarantee you it's more than once. And she looks at him and says, I love you anyway. Let's work this out. Right?
That's true.
So the base entry line is to, you want to plant the seeds of what you want in life. Yes, you want a loving, hot partner who's going to fill your wings and carry you when you have no wind in your wings, and who you want to carry and whose wings you want to fill when they don't have, right? And so when we put thoughts and energies into the idea that, maybe, we put those blocks there ourselves, right? The reason to not want to continue with this relationship should be because something about him, not something that you're afraid of might happen. Catch that? You need to be aware, and I don't know if your mom's ever said this to you, but life is not fair, and the people you love most will hurt you.
And that's true.
Right? People you don't know, people you don't care about, they can't hurt you because you don't care about them, right? It's always the people that you even care about, even remotely, so you have to be careful who you choose to care about, right? The Knight of Wands is a card that talks about possibilities and going after and creating the possibility of what you see here. When it is so crazily positively aspected as the Wheel of Fortune, there's almost a sense of the judgment that's being made here prevents you from planting a garden and growing a garden and seeing what might develop with this young fella, right? I want you to feel the answer to this, okay? I want you to think this is not thinking, this one's feeling, you guys. Take a nice deep breath and really, 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 really relax into it. Is there anything that you can think of offhand that says, stay away from this guy? Now you're thinking. I want you to feel for the answer.
No.
Yeah. All right. So there's nothing scary. Nobody said to you, oh my God, he's a total whatever. He's never said anything to make you fear that he might have an aggressive manner towards you or to anyone else. He doesn't walk around being racist, misogynistic, mean to people, right? You've never seen anything like that, have you?
No.
Right.
Not from him. Since I started talking to him, he seems pretty nice, and I feel like we are interested in the same things.
He's a Knight of Wands, honey. I mean, honestly, the potential here, right? Bear in mind, you are 24, yes?
Yes.
Right? You're a puppy. You are just a little girl in the grand scheme of things, right? You've got all of your life in the world ahead of you, and so does he, right? So, so if you become friends, right? My dad always said this. If you're going into relationship with somebody, seek to be there, see if they qualify to be your best friend, right? Because there's nobody you'd rather go through life with, married to, than your best friend. You get it?
I remember someone telling me that they're like, before, make a checklist to make sure this guy fits all your likes about, like, and instead of just jumping in and being like, I like him, and you're like, well, he didn't fit all these other check boxes.
Oh, that's the fun part, right? The trick, I think, to the universe is saying, no. These are my check boxes, and if he fits all the check boxes, right? That's the game. Anybody can fit the check boxes. What you want to look for is what doesn't fit the checkbox. What might I be ignoring? Have I seen anything? Have I felt
the red flags?
That's what you're looking for. I want to, if you have red flags, like for example, one of my red flag, I like driving. I like driving a car. My husband, Greg, also likes driving and also doesn't like anybody else driving. And actually it's a personal fear, control. I don't know what. Anyway, he doesn't like anybody else driving. And I decided early on that it was easier for me to let him do the driving in spite of me liking driving so much, just because it wasn't something I was going to break the relationship over. Get it?
Yes.
So that's how you want to treat the red flag, and you want to feel your way through it. Can I live with never driving again if I'm going somewhere with this guy? And the answer was, yeah, I suppose. What the heck? I don't have to worry about driving. I've got an instant automatic built in. He gets to stay sober while I can have a drink, you know?
Yes.
Designated driver built in, right? Because he's a control freak in that sense, right? So I mean, it's a silly little thing, but you want to look for, where do I have to compromise? You want to The good things are great. They are easy to spot. They make you feel good. They are easy to feel. The tricky ones are the red flags. And our ego selves are going to try and hide our red flags from the other person. Right? And that's what I call doing the dance. You got to dance around each other to see if you like them enough to reveal your real red flags that you don't want them to see, and vice versa. You catch that? It's like, right? It's like having to go into a doctor's office and take your clothes off for your visit, and you've never seen this doctor before, and you don't even know if they're male or female because they've got one of those names, and you don't know what to expect. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of being at the beginning of the relationship, right? So you have to be careful. So the only judgment you make is, am I brave enough to spin the wheel and see where this goes without prejudging how it might go? Did you catch that?
Yes.
That's so up to you. But based on these cards, it's lunch. How bad could it be? Right? Over lunch, you're going to find out quick enough, right? And if you push the envelope, you go, hey, well, you didn't respond. I haven't figured out why you haven't responded, but are you busy on Tuesday? Let's have lunch together. Well, maybe not today, but give them a couple of days notice, right? But the world is full of people my age and older who regret the chances that they didn't take.
That's true. All I could do is ask again and be like, okay, well, you didn't respond the first time. Let's go here.
2 strikes, you're out. 2 strikes, you're out, son. Yep.
Okay.
His name was Mike. Just so as you know, I gave him 1 chance and similar response. I gave him a 2nd chance, similar response. You don't get a third. I'm too gorgeous. I do not give 3rd chances. You know what I'm saying?
I'm too beautiful.
There are almost 9 billion, I think now, billion people in the world, and half of them are boys. Yes. Never settle. Never settle. Right? Right? And if you're going to settle, make sure it's a compromise, because everything else is so worth the little itty bitty compromise.
That's true.
Right? So let me know what happens.
I will let you know what happens.
Yeah. Chat with your mom about prejudgment, creating walls in the universe that you don't need.
Okay.
Because that'll be interesting, right? Because ask her about her and your dad, because you're old enough, you're an adult.
Oh,
now.
Are you kidding? I remember one time my dad, like when he said he started dating my mom, he did not like my mom's family. And then I'm like, that's a red flag. You don't like my grandma, you don't like my auntie, that's a red flag. And then I'm all like, so you don't like being around other people, Dad? I'm like, I just have to accept you as you are. I can't judge you and like, you hate people. I don't hate people.
There you go. You got it right. Some people are alloverts, some people are introverts. I said to my husband's sister, and they dote on each other. They are like 2 peas in a pod. They're amazing together. And we were sitting at her wedding, and she said, we had just met the first time at her wedding. Isn't that fun? And we were sitting there, and she said, she was quite drunk, I might add. And she said to me that she was quite possessive about her brother, and basically gave you take care of my brother or you'll have me to deal with, kind of thing. And I said, Kimmy, I hate to break this to you, but I'm not marrying you nor your family. I'm marrying your brother. And if you got a problem with that, take it up with him. And we've been best friends ever since.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, you don't have to like his family, right? It's him that's key. It's him that's important, because when you get into a partnership and you are going, how long your parents been together? at least 20
They've
years.
been together since 1991, so they've been together for almost 31 years.
Wow. Wow. That's a huge amount of time in this world to be together, right?
Yes.
So they gotta be dancing. They gotta dance well together, right? They get along, they're best buds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it. If the only other couples that last that long are dead silent towards each other and walk around each other on eggshells, which is really uncomfortable to live in a
Yeah.
house like that, right? But
Mhm.
communication is key, right? And here's the fun part. If you
Yes.
discover that this guy's incapable of communicating and that's why he didn't accept your date for lunch, then what are you going to do?
Then I'm not gonna, I don't want to force myself on him and be all like, okay, you did get my text the first time, the second time. And then I'm like, I understand communication problems, but I guess since I kind of worked on it a couple of years ago, I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one who sucks from communication.
That's right.
And I just have to give him grace, I guess.
Yeah, well, here, I discovered one thing. If you want to really communicate with somebody and a specific stream of communication seems to have failed and you feel like you're being ignored, pick up a phone and call them because there's a possibility then everyone saw the message.
Okay.
Right?
That's also because I think he has different hours than I do. He does work at another place. So I'm like, maybe he just didn't get the text on time.
Maybe he didn't get the text in time, right? So, you never know. But using a phone, speaking to them directly in person is always better than using a text or an email. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All righty.
Yes.
God, have a great week. Oh my gosh.
You too. I'll let you know next week what happens.
Let me know what happens with that Knight of Wands. Good heavens. Enjoy. Have a great week. Somebody's taking a spin of a wheel. Bye, darling. So I love that Wheel of Fortune. This is a crazy card. One of the deep card studies that I did was on the Wheel of Fortune. And it's a very different card in Thoth-based decks than it is in Rider-Waite-based decks because Thoth has movement included in the way that the Thoth cards interact. And the Wheel of Fortune is one of those cards that has zero movement. It is absolutely dead still. Picture a giant roulette wheel hanging on the wall next to you, just sitting there begging to be spun. And you don't know where it's going to land. And how much fear you put into the not knowing of where it's going to land will determine how hard you spin that wheel. Do you get it? I love these cards. These are fantastic for taking the energies of the universe and figuring out what you might want to do with them. Good morning, Holly. Look, I got a bunch of new folks in here. Hi, smiley face, new subscriber. Welcome. Glad to have you. I'm here every Tuesday reading tarot cards. These are free. The only payment required to get read for on Tuesdays is patience. And be here when I call your name. I don't know if Salama has come back. I see Amanda's come into the waiting room. Hi, Amanda. I don't even know if she's watching at the moment. I don't see. Oh, hi. She's waving at me. I've got a waiting room if you guys want to come on early for your reading. I got Ninja Mama sitting up on here next. Is chilly. It's chilly here too, but spring's like that. So, Holly's got clematis growing in her garden. Remember, who was it? My son, I think it was health class. Maybe it was one of the girls. I don't remember. One of the kids in grade 6 was doing their health class, and they came home and they kept talking about clematis in their class. And I couldn't figure out what the hell they were talking about. And they were being taught about chlamydia. It was funny. It's the only word that they had already in their brain, so to speak, from Grandma and her clematis flowers. These guys, weeds. Your azaleas are in their glory. Oh my God. I swear to God, I have black thumbs. And also I'm never here enough in the summer. So you got to know that I am guaranteedly going to lose a garden if I ever plant one, because I'm going to be away for the very weekend that they need to be taken care of. And bye-bye garden. All right. Ninja Mama. Let's see what your cards got to say for you this week, darling. Oh, look at 4 of coins coming out of here for you. It's going to be a 4 of coins kind of day, followed by the 5 of wands, and then the 4 of what? Whoa, dude, have you got are you planning a battle? What the hell? I got 2 5s and 2 4s here. What is going on here? Well, what is 2 4s and 2 5s? So you want the comfort of you want the comfort, and you want the party, the celebration when you get there. And what are you doing? I hope this ain't your plants. What is this woman? Now I got your message saying you got another, whoa, 3 4s in 5 cards. Dude, this is a poker hand. If I ever, and then it's followed by the 10 of cups. Wait, what am I looking at? What have you got coming up this week? Your son's diagnosis and dealing with the what stuff? Dealing with the court stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So you, in spite of, okay. So okay. So the 5 of coins comes in here, giving you some sort of, have you grasped the concept of choosing the calm, the peace, the potential celebration, the don't worry about it, don't worry, be happy, wait, and you're waiting for money to come in to pay for school. Yeah, I didn't get the 5 of Pentacles here. I got the 5 of Wands, which is choosing to walk away from the battle. And I got the 5 of Coins, which is feeling like, oh, this would be this is having the money to pay the deposit for school, right? But you've already been accepted. So that's how soon do you have to get the deposit in? See, this is when a guaranteed income would be an amazing thing for human beings. You were just grieving. Who died? Did somebody die? Who died? I'm not interestingly not seeing so much of a death here in the cards. What do you mean? On the 29th. What? The 29th? Who died? Good morning, Treva. How are you, darling? Oh. Ooh, I don't understand your use of grieving. If somebody did not die, honey, did somebody passed away and you're expecting an inheritance? Is this an inheritance? Oh, the payment is due the 29th of April or 29th of May. Yes? Oh, I see. No one died. That's good. Because I'm not seeing death. I'm seeing this is the 10 of Cups is the best card in the whole pack, dude. This is relax your ass and stop seeing battles and challenges where there aren't any. You dropped chemistry. You told me you were going to drop chemistry. You've got this whole new path that you're going down. You're going after what you want. Screw chemistry. You're going after the 10. You no longer need it. And the 10 of Wands, I got a new challenge. I don't need that crap. I'm dropping this. I'm going forward, right? The only thing blocking you now is the court case. And then you get the court case. Look at the Queen of Cups coming out here, happy as a pig in shit, getting everything that you want, because now it's all over. Now what are you going to do? You still got to pay for school, right? And then it's hard work and practice and building. This is the creation of your future, going after what it is that you really want. This is the creating that that look at you. This is the elementary school teacher. Do you play a musical instrument? You finally did, and yes. No, these are great cards. These are great. The detachment. Are you getting the concept of the detachment? Is the 25th, right? So you get 2 more weeks, right? And then you get to find out Shiro Al-Madani wants to know when they're going to travel. When would you like to travel? Dear, go now. I don't do whens in the card. My cards are going to tell you the energies around when the when is going to happen, or what you need to do to make the when happen. If you want to travel, what's stopping you from traveling? There's a different question to ask there. But if you want to stick around, I got a couple of people ahead of you, it seems like. But I can read for you this morning. Absolutely. I'm here till noon. Patience is your friend. You don't, but your father-in-law does. You're going to need to learn how to play a tambourine or something. Early childhood education. Yeah, you crazy. The Seven of Cups comes up here, interestingly, as a warning to don't forget what you brought, or don't leave behind what you need to. There's something here. Your father-in-law is actually in a band. Oh, how does your father-in-law come in here? Smiley face, you can ask all the questions in the world when I read for you. I will be reading for you. Who came in before you? I'm still waiting on Salama, who has not managed to reconnect. Holly is the only person I got waiting ahead of you, Smiley face. So what is the why is your father-in-law coming up here in your cards here, Ninja Mama? What's going on there? And then after Smiley face, I got Amanda. Looks like Treva, but I may be stepping out. No, I got Holly. Smiley face. There you go. Treva. And then Cheryl. Cheru? How do I pronounce your name, darling? Alrighty. Excellent. He's the one with the man helping with the court stuff. Oh, even better. All right. Yeah, you can ask whatever you like when it's your turn, Smiley face. The cards tend to tell you exactly what you need to be hearing at the time you need to be hearing it, interestingly enough. Okay, so what is... Okay, there is... Okay, so this is interesting. I'm getting the Seven of Cups going into the Nine of Swords. So there's a decision you need to make, and it comes right on the heels of your father-in-law poking his head in here with music. It's almost like he asked you for something or told you something, and you had to... There was a letter, there's something that you had to write, and you have forgotten about it. Any ideas what that might be, darling? Something in reference to your father-in-law. You're making oatmeal. Put blueberries in mine. I love oatmeal. I haven't had oatmeal in forever. What is this? Do you have any idea what this might be, Ninja Mama? Trigger your memory. You've forgotten something. Oh, you did write it and send it. Okay, excellent. So I got a King of Cups here. So I don't know what it is, but happy. And then I get the Empress Creator card. Oh, and look at this, followed by the Six of Cups. He's been fixing it. Yeah. Soon. And then you're driving. Did you get your license yet? Because that's the key. Because you're going to get the car before you get the license. And then look at this, freedom being created. There you go. And that's you getting back and forth to school, putting everything together. Oh yeah. And you still got to deal with the psychology of the husband. So it's already done. Yeah, you're creating a lot of these energies you are creating around you unnecessarily based on anxiety. So you know, this is the energy comes here, says drop the rock, put your focus on it is blueberry. Good. See, if you're gonna make oatmeal, put blueberry in it, you guys. The That's, yeah, fantastic. All righty. Holly, are you going to come on live this morning? Or am I going to keep you in the chat? Yeah, take a detachment is your best friend there, Ninja Mama. Absolutely your best friend. Get the money in time. You contact the school. You tell them I'm waiting for my payment, whatever, or you talk to them unless they've got super strict rules. You know, how much money are we talking about? Hey, that's a whole semester, I suppose. Do. All right, we're waiting for Holly to come on live this morning, you guys. And for those of you waiting to read who've never been read for before, when it's your turn to read, you can either come on live. I can do voice only, or you can do audio visual, or you can stay in chat. It's up to you. It's not much. It's just to hold the seat. Did you make the deposit already, honey? Or is it the $200 you're having the issues with at the moment? You can bring Holly in. Tell you what, personal friend of mine, if it comes to the 29th and you haven't got it, I will loan it to you. All right. We're going to bring Holly on. So don't worry about the money. Yeah. Put your head into focus in what you need to be focusing on. We're going to bring Holly in here. You ready, Holly? All right. And you are muted, Holly, darling. I cannot hear a word you're going to say to me. There you go. Come on in.
Good morning. I was looking for a spoon.
You were looking for a spoon.
Yeah. Limited silverware around here.
You can tell Holly lives in a construction zone based on that ceiling. It looks like my kitchen ceiling.
It's had like these paper stickers on it.
Oh my god.
And I ripped them off.
In a fit of pique. I mean, I can't stand. That's what we had when we first moved into this house. There was an island in the kitchen, cutting the big room into 2 rooms. And Greg kept banging his head on the bottom of the counters over it. And then one day he just said, "No, this is out of here." He ripped the whole thing right out of the kitchen.
Oh, jeez.
So
I took them down because they were peeling and they just didn't look right. And we're going to put beadboard on the ceiling in the kitchen and the dining room.
There you go. It'll hide the bad paint job. I don't know what we're going to do. We have 1, 2, I think there's 3 more light fixtures to install. We've got the 2 doors to frame in and a window to change before I'm painting my ceiling. So I get to look at it for a while.
We have so much to do.
It's buying and owning a house. They don't call them money pits for no good reason, right?
No, they don't.
Oh, look at this. Jumpers for you. Darling, mummy card, Queen of Coins, 10 of Swords. Did you get a settlement? Did you get closure on something?
Well, Dave's lawyer's fighting for him, so they did approve, like, he got his MRI, and he's just trying to, they're still fighting him. They're trying to say, well, your injury was 11 years ago. And he's like, yeah, I had surgery 11 years ago. And now it's not working anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor told him it would be about 10 years. And then after that, he'd have to have another surgery. But he's got 2 herniated discs again.
Not fun. No. Fun. So he's looking at spinal surgery.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's waiting for approval for epidural shots, and then they're gonna.
That might help. That actually might help a bit, dude. So he's a prime candidate for using his own internal furnace for not feeling pain. You know, if he doesn't use that internal hidey hole that he's got inside himself to remove himself from the pain, tell him to learn how to figure out how to do it, feel his way through doing it, because constant pain eats at your very soul. Huh?
It does.
You were in a cool ass position.
Well, I found out I can't take the civil service test that I spent all that money and time on because I don't even meet the minimum qualifications for it. But Bokies offers a certification class for teachers' aides. Right now I'm working as uncertified. So if I got my certification, I'd make more money.
Oh, so that's a first step. So, and then you just have to go get the other qualifications.
Well, it's all like the one I signed, the civil service test I signed up for was clerical. I don't have any clerical experience, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
Well, feel your way through it, dude. Right? There's right now there's you have no control over which way this is going to go. You've got to get this certification to work as a teacher's aide to begin with, right?
Well, I'm doing it right now, but if I'm certified, I'll make more money.
Exactly. Which is that's a step in the right direction to begin with. So
right.
you've got to focus, right? But this interestingly, the Ten of Swords here is the end to. Are you not? Have you changed your mind? You're not moving forward to do the civil service exam at all now because this is sufficient?
Well, I don't, because the one I signed up for is like the minimum of the tests they have. Obviously, it goes up.
Yeah.
In criteria and everything. So I'm going to have to figure out something else.
Or you could take a clerical training course.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure they have them college level in your town.
Probably.
They might qualify. You might qualify for a grant to help pay for it too. I don't know if they have those there, but they have them here. I've got you planting seeds and signing documents or writing exams. I've got both pages coming up here, and you just got to not be afraid of how whatever comes at you is going to come at you. Right? Stay focused. Everything that you are putting together, everywhere that you are going on your positive energy based drive, it's coming together. Do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I just feel like I got knocked down a little bit, and I just have to figure out a different way to go about it. That's all.
Yeah. Right. So it's I can't go down that road. No. Okay. We're going to go down this road. But do you feel that you get this certification? All of a sudden your pay goes up.
Right.
That's a push in your right direction. That's one of those miracles. Like we don't see them as miracles when they happen, but that's how they happen. That just fell into your place. You're not even eligible for the next place up. But here, look, all you got to do is this simple little certification, right? So I'm here pushing you towards getting certified, getting your civil service exam passed, when I should have been pushing you to do was this.
Well, I didn't even know about the teacher aid.
There you go.
Class. But I guess it's online and everything. I just have to.
Is that a cat?
Find out. No, it's my Luna.
Oh, it's the dog. Hello, Luna. Hello, puppers. How you doing? Hey, Luna. Oh, what a sweet dog. Oh my gosh. This is the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. So there is, I don't know if they've got financing or grants, or if just the passing of your certification creates your final, but this Ace of Pentacles followed by the Eight of Pentacles is like what's coming for you guys is so solid and so concrete. It's going to open up doors for you you don't even know exist.
That would be a lot better than struggling.
Yeah. Well, here.
We have we have another tax refund coming because we didn't file our taxes in 2022.
Silly.
So we have that coming, and then hopefully Dave will start getting paid for his disability. His lawyer's fighting really hard for him for that.
Yeah, I've got everything here says that is all coming together. That I've got you going into studying, so I see there's some sort of you're going to be doing some sort of course. You're going to be doing some sort of something to advance yourself going forward. Part-time studies are the you could do an MBA in like 10 years doing part-time studies easily. You know what I'm saying? And with the kid or a little older now, you've got that open for you, right? And so you have to walk through it. This is you putting it together and feeling your way through it. Stay focused on the positive side of everything, right? Like I can't imagine how disappointed were you to learn when they said you're not even qualified to write this exam.
So I was like, oh, another failure.
Right.
Because I mean, I've gone to college twice, found out I couldn't get financial aid. The second time my computer got all full of viruses. I couldn't afford to get it fixed. Military, I got sick. I mean, it's just one knockdown after the other. And
so here's the fun part, right? This is, you are, how old are you now?
53.
53, right? Your kids are almost grown and flown the coop. And you have pretty much, you've got a partner who thinks she's the cat's ass. You think your partner is the cat's ass. You've got your own home in spite of it needing a shit ton of work, but what home doesn't? You've got something to do with yourself that is exciting and encouraging and creates a future for you that you are interested in creating. Do you feel the power and the solidity of where you are? That's your jumping off place. That's your starting point. You've got everything you possibly need. Why are you choosing to feel stress over things over which you have no control?
It's hard because I've tried so many things over so many different things and just failure after failure and knockdown after knockdown and just.
Yep, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, you keep going. I am going to go out on a limb just because this is the same thing that keeps coming back and happening over and over and over again. This is your initial trauma. This is your ego inception repeating itself over and over. And until you go back through that needle and get your pointy little head to stop thinking that you're going to lose, that something's being taken away from you, you're not getting what you wanted. Feel the energy? Instead, the universe is giving you a new opportunity. Feel the shift in energy?
Right. Yep.
That's the key. That's the trick to this, right? When you can stay focused on whatever the silver lining is, no matter what, because the universe doesn't give a shit. Good, bad, indifferent. The universe has no emotions in that sense. It feels off our emotions. It feels off our emotional energy. Yes, but it's not emotionally attached to anything. Any judgment that gets given over whether something is good or bad, we attach to that. You get it?
Right.
And so it's like looking at your roof and you're going, oh no, you have no idea. It looks so much better than it did before when it had the stickers up there, right? Catch the difference in energy?
Mm-hmm.
Right? A house inspector is going to come in there, see that ceiling and go, oh my God, that's hideous. Meanwhile, you're thinking, yeah, you should have seen it before. Ha ha. Right? This is how you want to spend the energy. You get to choose how you feel about everything that happens. So the more control you get pulling the energy up and focused on pulling the energy up, the better it works. Catch this? Right?
Yeah.
So always focused on better, stronger, warmer, faster, happier, more complete, more whole, right? There's always an ending, but every ending in the meat suit existence is a new beginning. Get it? If it isn't over, you're still alive. you get another kick at the can. And here's the beauty of it is every moment, it doesn't matter what you've been focused on all morning, you have the opportunity and the physical power to change how you feel about everything in the moment. Right. So the trick, you want to live your best life. Here's how you do it. You choose to live your best life. You go, I am not getting sucked into the negativity required for me to feel the pain that I feel watching Dave be in pain, right? Because I know what herniated discs are all about. My first husband was a constant walking ball of pain. It's not easy. And I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. He, in spite of the pain, has to figure out how to live his existence so that he doesn't just lay down and die. Right? This is how the pointy little head is like, oh, this hurts so bad, I just want to die, rather than put his focus on something else that will take his mind off of the pain. This is how people end up. Chronic pain is one of the ways that people end up in the opioid hole. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, here, we'll just give you more drugs. Yeah, take more drugs and the pain will go away. Yeah, well, the pain goes away, but so does your life, you know? So this is the trick, is finding a way inside of yourself to take that negative emotional energy that you're feeling and transform it into personal power.
Oh yeah, I'm stubborn. We both
Use
are.
that. Use the
And
stuff.
We've both been through, even our childhoods were similar, broken homes and everything, and growing up with no money and just,
Yeah.
So
but you are not your history. You get that? You are not the poverty that you grew up in. You are not your credit rating. You are not any of the negative things that you see in your life. Every single one of those things, oddly enough, can be seen as some sort of blessing. Either it's there to call your attention to the fact that this is something you need to adjust, right? For example, your call to a higher level comes from wanting to succeed for yourself, right? And that stubbornness, that thick-headedness comes from everything that you have got to get you to this point. Well, your stubbornness says, well, no, I'm going to go get this certification. Then at least then I get the pay raise, right? But is that a start? Because my cards say that's a start to a new pathway for you. Is this a new walk down a path? Once you get this certification, there's slightly more money. The Ten of Swords is screaming a massive ending here. So something is, yes, your pathway forward as a civil servant has been blocked temporarily, perhaps forever. That's up to you, right? Or it's either way, it's created this new pathway that you have to walk. That includes the certification. That includes you deciding what seeds you're going to plant from here once you've got that certification, because now you're in a different financial situation. And of course, then you've got Dave's settlement coming, right? And the trick is to not see what others are doing or how others are doing it or how others, or they're succeeding better than me. Right? Because the second that it becomes about somebody else, then you no longer have control over your moment.
Right.
So the same for you, same for your kids, same for your husband, right? And when you come to the table as whole and as complete as you can possibly be as an individual, the more power you have when you plant those seeds. Right? So if you come in weak and fearful and caught in your ego inception, right? Damn, this is another thing that I lost. No, I'm not supposed to go that way. See the shift in nuance.
Right.
Is, I can't go down. This is like, think about it. You're trying to, this reminds me, the energy of this reminds me. We were driving, we're in PEI, wanted to go to see Anne of Green Gables' place on the north side of the island. So we picked up a map. We had maps back then. We didn't have electronics to get us anywhere. Anyway, we picked up the provincial map And there's this highway that goes, there's this road that cuts right across the island. So we decide, seeing as how rather than go all the way around, we'll cut across this road. Big mistake. Turns out halfway across the island, can you imagine? It turns into a dirt road halfway across the island, kilometers and kilometers of dirt road. Right. And I'm thinking, who puts a dirt road on a provincial? This would be like having a dirt road on a state map. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, we were griping at each. Anyway, we had the most fun. We just driving across that shortcut. There were points where we actually were afraid that we were going to have to get out and push the car to get around certain places, because it was anyway. It was quite the adventure, and we had a really memorable time in spite of the stress and the anxiety of suddenly being on this dirt road, and you couldn't. It was, you were halfway across by the time you hit the dirt road. So going back was like, no, you're gonna have to add all this extra time to our trip. It was like, oh, forget about it. Anyway, but
I loved Anne of Green Gables when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did too. There's a whole story. Anne of Green Gables is part of my ego inception. I auditioned. I stopped acting because of that audition. And Megan Follows has no idea how much I despise her and her franchise. They did a nationwide cattle call for Anne of Green Gables, and I ended up being one of the last 4 that they filmed rushes. And yeah, I found out later that the fix was they weren't going to give it to anybody else. It was going to be her all along. Her dad and the producer were besties. And a couple of years ago, I don't know if I told you this story, but a couple of years ago, I was at the One of a Kind show, and I met the photographer, the cinematographer who filmed the rushes for the auditions. And he said that one of the other girls was a way better read than Megan Follows, and as far as he was concerned. So I don't know if it was me, but I'm claiming it.
Go ahead, claim it.
Right? And I will until the day I die. But I tell you, there is nothing but bitterness in my heart for Megan Follows and her family because of that. So yeah.
Well, the so-called Hollywood and all that, it's like politics, you know. I mean, I know there's up and coming people that get in, but it seems like it's all who you know and whatever.
I used to think that it's not just who you know, it's who knows what you know, right? Because it seems to be a lot of people getting ahead because they know somebody else's secrets.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway, I know some people's secrets, but I can't imagine using those secrets to get ahead. That's just like, what kind of human being is that? Well, we see what kind of human being it is. We think it every time we watch the news, don't we? Yeah. All righty, darling. You know how to
especially down here.
Yeah. Well, you enjoy your garden springing, and we will see you back here next week. All right, smiley face. Have a great week, my love.
You too. Bye.
All righty. All right, smiley face, darling. Are you still here? You gonna come on live, or are we gonna read for you in the chat? I've got Amanda, Treva, and Shabro waiting to be. Hey, Ray, Rachel, how you doing? Good morning, darling. I can put you on the list. We're here till noon today, so no worries, you guys. We will pretty much get everybody read for. Smiley face is going to stay in the chat, my friends. All righty, let's see what we can do for you this morning. It is just after 10 o'clock. Good morning. If you're just coming in, tuning into my live, I'm a professional tarot card reader. I've been reading since I was 14, so a very, very long time. Don't call me old, because I am. I read here on Tuesdays because some people can't afford me. Wonder of wonders. These readings are free. We're here till noon, and you can check me out on psychictarot.ca. And there you go. All righty. We're going to read for smiley face here this morning, you guys. Ooh, a Knight of Cups. Hoo, 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 hoo. Followed by the Fool, followed by the World. Were you asking who was asking me about travel? Was it you that was asking about travel? Smiley face. Do. You had a question that you wanted to ask on here. You've got a goal. You've got places to be, people to see, things to do, and you're not sure that you're able to get there. And you want to know, how do you get there? What is the career that you want? You're afraid it's not coming to you. Are you currently unemployed, honey? You got to find a boss. Who's the boss? Did you get fired and you are currently unemployed as a result? Is that what I'm looking at here? Any changes? Oh my God. Well, I got the Knight of Cups followed by a Fool out of the gate. So if you choose to, there's an opportunity to really open up the world to yourself. And part of you is being held back because you have to leave comfort. And have you been offered a job? You haven't been offered. You haven't been offered a job yet. You got to put yourself out there. You are currently unemployed. All right. And have you? All right. You were actually fired. Yeah, I can feel that. All right. And did you get a financial settlement? Because here's the fun part. You are suddenly in a position where you can go and do and be anything you want. You did go for an interview for a new job. Yeah. When you say recently? When was recent? You did get a settlement. That gives you breathing room. That's the fun part of settlements. Okay. So you went for this. Let's talk about the new job. Stay out of the past because this isn't about the past. Did you get a sufficient April 30th? Oh, wow. So it was like 2 weeks ago. Did you get a sufficient legal settlement for what you should have gotten? Is my first question. And I know you're feeling like they just threw you out, but they just did you a serious favor, sweetheart. Did they pay you out sufficiently? Did you get... Oh, the interview was on April 30th. Okay. So 2 things. Did the settlement you get sufficiently cover what you were supposed to be paid? You were paid well by. So this is not about that. Unless you were feeling, oh, well, you've been done a favor, because the Knight of Cups is about going and doing. What do you want to do? You have a brand new pathway open to you. You haven't been offered a job yet by this new job. Is there something? Are you thinking you're going to go back to your old job? Why am I getting a judgment card here? What is the energy I'm getting here? Why do you feel? Are you feeling like you're afraid of being cut out in the cold? This new job that you interviewed for, is it less pay? Offensively less pay? It's something that you're not seeing. I got the moon coming. It looks like someone wants to block your new job. Oh, I see. Okay. And this is someone that you know personally? Does this is, it's like coming home. This is a judgment card, right? Somebody's decided. What are you not seeing? This is somebody that you knew previously. What are you not seeing is that it's not up to them, is it? Is there contract negotiations involved with this new job, sweetheart? Isn't it Ace of Wands? This is beautiful. They want something in exchange before you get the job. Do they have the power to block this? And I can't tell you. Is there a contract negotiation here? They want you to do the dance, huh? What do they want in exchange? This is like I had when I was acting. And the guy would say, oh, no, if you want this job, you're going to have to sleep with me. And I'd say, well, I don't want the job that bad. Have a nice day. Would walk away. Is it that sort of energy? Like, what are they asking for in exchange? And you don't have to say in the chat what it is that they're asking for in exchange, smiley face, but you got to think about, like, what are they asking for? And how dare they ask for this? And what are like, do they even foresee the ability for you to get this job? Because, like, I don't know what they're asking for. So I really can't tell you whether it's good or bad and whether or not you're putting energy into it. But there it is. And you feel like you have no choice. You already refused. And now you're thinking of talking to a lawyer. You have someone else backing you. Well, I'm backing you right now. The solidity behind here, right? If somebody asks you to sleep with them in order to be given the go ahead on a job, I'd be talking to a lawyer, if not the police. Like, I don't know what they asked for, but yeah, somebody needs consequences here. Does this make sense to you? You don't really know the outcome. Well, here's the interesting thing, right? You get to whatever happens, you're not seeing that whoever made this offer to you is not the power that's in control of the decision. So whether or not they have any ability to block you getting the job is irrelevant. I want you to go inside. Like, should I be calling a lawyer? Should I be calling the cops here? You have been given a ticket to ride, literally, with this Knight of Cups. This is about, how far do you have to go to get to this job? And it's a job you'd like to have, yeah? You get to bring your dead dog with you. I got a feeling I know what the outcome is. This is either going to free you so that you're open to a new job, right? Or this is going to free you to create this. But either way, this has been opened up to you. The person that's got your back, are they aware of what you were asked for by this other person to get the job? I'm hoping to see an extra yes, because they may have created your door opening for you. But I got the Lovers here coming in, followed by the Nine of Cups, which is the wish cards, like getting everything that you wanted, everything that you wished for. Does the person that's got your back know about what was requested from you that you refused? All right. So maybe have a chat. Maybe have a chat with them. Maybe tell them, right? The Knight of Cups is like, this is like, right, this guy's got your back. Like, I don't know. I would tell him. What is the anxiety or the fear behind telling the guy that's got, can you believe this? So-and-so asked me for this, right? Worse, if it's something that you can't legally ask somebody for, like I said, like it's sex. Well, this is this is in the 70s and 80s. So, it was a different world back then, but this is 2026. So, somebody going, oh, if you sleep, give me a blowjob, then I'll give you the job. Right? Like, I don't know what they asked you for. So not knowing, you need to feel your way through whether or not what they asked you for is legal or not, what you're going to do about it. But this opens up a whole world of opportunity for you, followed by these happy, happy cards, right? So what are you going to do about this? Is this a conversation with a judge? And you didn't answer my question. Is there a contract negotiation that you have to go through to get this job? Big question. All righty. We're going to have, I got Amanda sitting on deck to come up next when I finish with Smiley Face. Up to you, darling. But you don't have to. Shine some light on it, right? Focus on what is unseen, what is trying to stay hidden. Shine a light on it, right? I would. This is in your best interest, I think. And whether or not this is the job, I got a job, solid job here. This King of Pentacles says, come work for me, darling. All right. No contract negotiations. So, yeah, so this paperwork, I want you to feel your way through whatever was offered you. If this is like an illegal sort of thing to coerce you into getting something out of you in order to have you thinking that you're gonna that. I want you, feel your way through it, dude. But these cards scream of this. You got to tell somebody. Tell your friend. Tell the person that's got your back. Good luck to you. Alrighty, Amanda. I'm gonna bring Amanda on here. For those of you coming in here this morning, we are reading live tarot cards till noon. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Really great. How are you?
Great. I'm having Greg's all better. Tiffany's all, I don't know, all better. The operations are all over and everybody's back in usual spirits. So in that sense, they're all better. Are you welcome, smiley face? She said, thank you for the reading. That's why I do this, you guys. I do this because it makes me feel good.
Yep.
Big changes, Smiley. She says, so there are changes. Yeah, big changes, but you got to make them happen. Knight of Cups says you got to go after what you want. Make it happen. This is your future, not theirs. I see the curious part of me really wants to know what she was offered, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I said to somebody the other day, when I do these readings and I'm flowing through and everything goes, I couldn't tell you after I finished reading what I told you, right?
Yeah.
I tell people, no, you want to know what I said, go back and read the video because I get the same words over and over again. Oh yeah, I told you to get into alignment. Oh yeah, I told you to like the things that I tell people over and over again, right? Get into your box and find a way to use your personal detachment to not feel pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same things get said over and over again. Those I end up remembering, but the details behind it, forget about it.
I know. I'm the same way. And so is the person I go live with, Rosie. She's like, I don't know what I told you.
Right. And I think that's for anybody watching this that's a professional reader of any kind of your own. If you come out at the end of whatever healing practice that you are putting together for somebody and you can remember verbatim what you told them, were you really in alignment with yourself and the universe to actually connect with that reading? Right? Like when I first
sometimes I can though. Like I bring through channel messages and I'll be like, we've already said that. We've brought that up. That was her uncle. Like, so, but also kind of like when I did my hypnotherapy session, I remembered word for word. I remembered everything. Most people don't. I remember so vividly of me being there, of everything that I saw, everything.
You were told to remember. As part of the hypnotherapy session, you would have been told to remember, so you would remember automatically, right?
Yeah, I've done it twice, and I remembered twice. And I remember my dreams a lot. Like, I have the ability.
That's a crazy practice. Remembering dreams. You have to actively want to remember the dreams to remember them, which is fascinating.
Yeah, so I've always had very vivid dreams my whole life. I remember dreams when I was a kid, still to this day.
I like to say that if you had a dream when you were a kid and you still remember it clear as a bell today, then it was a vision and not a dream.
Well, I have many visions then.
Yeah, me too. But then I think we all do, and we are trained as meat suits by our parents, by our friends, family, school. Oh, that's not real. That's not happening.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody that you see ghosts or they will lock you up in a straitjacket. Right?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really see ghosts. Like every now and then I'll see like it looks like a white light going by or a dark light, like a bug. And I'm like, was that a bug? But there's no bug.
Right? It's flashes. It's a sound of I have an energy that lives in our building. It's only on the second floor, but I hear it's like the building was built in like 1930. Okay. So what the heck were they wearing? I hear the swoosh of taffeta skirts rubbing against each other.
Yep.
I don't see anything. I don't smell anything. I just hear this whoosh of taffeta passing by in a room. It's crazy.
Yep. Or it's a knowing. It's like I can feel the energy of it, and then story, the history, and then I'll just saying this was the 1800s. This was this
Oh,
place is
I
old,
wish I
and this was
yeah, I
yeah,
can't connect like I wish I could connect like that. That's
yeah.
cool. That's a cool connection.
So I don't feel like or see things. I just feel and know the history of it. It all comes. It's like a download.
Wow. See,
Hmm.
and I got to read the book, right?
Yeah. No.
That's-
And the visions too. I saw my dad die before he died in my dream. He was struck down by lightning, died instantly.
wow. Wow. I want to go fast like that. The suffering, laying in a bed while
Oh
people
yeah.
worry I do not want to go the way that my mother went. Oh, no, 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 no.
Yep. And I knew that instantly. I was like, I'm grateful that he did not suffer, that he went quickly, because it was a blood clot that took him. And I heard the second he broke his rib, it was blood clot. I heard in my head. And 2 weeks later, boom, gone.
Wow. Crazy.
Yep.
See, my mother gets flashes like that. She doesn't pay attention. She never got. Yes, thanks, Mom. She used to get flashes like that. She'd walk into a house she'd never been in before, would walk through a dark room and know where the light switch was.
Yep.
Kind of thing, right? Like, yeah, I don't get stuff. Occasionally, like I recall an instance. I was in the shop and I got this. I felt like I got a shove on my shoulder, and it said, "Tell her," and I was like, "Tell her what?" And it was like, okay, and I just knew what the message was. The message was to tell her, "Pay attention, I'm not dead." Her husband had died less than 2 weeks earlier.
Oh, wow.
He was ignoring his energy, and he wanted me to shove her into. Anyway, so that's why I do this. My job is to shove people off of spiritual cliffs, their own spiritual cliffs, because I really don't care. This is my first card out of the deck. So what's going on? Why am I getting a Seven of Swords? It's the Seven of Swords. It's the bully card. It's the creepazoid card. It's what are you watching go on that you're concerned about?
Work.
Yeah, what's going on at work that you feel like you're on the outside looking in? And
they're changing everything, but it's a corporate. It's a corporate world right now, and the corporate structure is.
It looks like the universe is giving you a jump off. This is the Three of Wands, ready to go, babe.
Yep, I'm ready to go into my spiritual practice, and like you said, I'm looking into.
Watch this be a pentacle. If this is a pentacle, I know where it's going. Oh, yeah. Freaking pentacle! Look at this.
Yeah,
this is the world. This looks like they're dude, followed by a king of pentacles. I get a feeling that these guys, these crazy nutballs, you don't want to work for these SOBs anyway. And
no, I don't.
Yeah, so this looks like somebody's going to make an offer. Oh, we'll give you X number of weeks. Well, whatever. If you go away, I got you jumping all over it kind of energy.
Yeah, I'm ready to start.
Oh, dude.
Using my gifts, applying them, traveling the world. I have so much in my head.
Dude, becoming a professional spiritualist for a living suddenly frees you from the building that you happen to be in. Do you feel that?
Yep.
This is the way that the energy comes down here. This is you suddenly being put in a position of being your own boss. You the boss, you get to decide, you get to go. Now, watch this. What are you leaving behind? Why is the energy saying you are in going forward, you're going to feel like you're out in the cold?
Because I've been at the same company almost 20 years now, and the people that I've made friendships with and connections with and all that, and also the security that I know, obviously, it's not security, that's just an energy. Yep. What I'm going forward, I'm going to be very successful in. I've been told that many times, and I know it for a fact because I'm already practicing it.
You're trying. I'll give you right. So when you come, so this is going to happen. This is not potential energy. This is like in your lap. You already know this. I don't have to tell you this. What I do have to tell you is that this is you on the outside. I get you doing spiritual fairs here suddenly.
Yeah, that's something that has crossed my mind that to go there. I've been going there to just be somebody to walk around, but people think that I'm actually having a booth because of the things I'm saying. They're like, "Where's your booth?" I was like, "I
Where's
don't
your
have
booth?
one."
You need a booth. Yeah.
Yep.
So, right. So this is the energy of these two cards coming up here. So you are in a position, right? So all of a sudden you are, I want you to, if you have not written this financial plan, bloody well write it now.
Yeah.
Because you can't stop this gravy train. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is about my phone ringing over there. I managed to turn the buzzer off. So you could turn it over now, then I won't see it. So you get this is going to be hard. You've never been self-employed before, have you?
Nope.
No.
I've
So-
never been on my own. I've always worked for others. I've always lived with others. I've always taken care of others.
Okay, so I expect, how long do you figure before this all comes to a head? This work situation. How much time do you think you got?
Several months because I
There you
feel like something big's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. So in the meantime, right? Did you see you just went into your head about that? Stop that.
Yeah.
This is the biggest stop. You have been asking the universe for this opportunity. The universe is going, Amanda, look, here's your opportunity. And you're going, oh, but I don't wanna.
It's not the job itself, it's the
No.
person.
Yeah, but these people come with you. That's what social media is for. That's what you pick up a telephone, go, hey, I miss seeing you. Do you want to go out for coffee?
No,
No, there's something else. Okay, pull it out. That's why I'm here.
I don't think she's gonna live much longer.
Oh, I see. But
And she's the lead.
Yeah.
She's been my
So
mentor for like 15 years.
have you had this conversation with her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just fucking go. Let's just go. Just travel the world. Let's just get out of here. Fuck this job. Let's just do your bucket list. Just
And you are sitting here being afraid that it might not happen. If it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen. And then you're going to be on the outside looking in.
I don't know what to do.
Well, what is she saying?
She's focusing on the job like she always has.
Get it? Right? Stick to your knitting. Take your focus, right? She is trying to use her personal experience to live her best life with what she's got left of it. Right? Do you see how you are creating the pain for her? You're choosing to see. People don't die, Amanda. How many dead people
I know.
you're reading? So why are you concerned that she is gonna die? Stop it. This is like, whoa.
I know.
Like the craziest thing. Avery K, I don't care what your husband did. Do not ever call ICE on him. That's the most horrific thing anybody could do to a person. Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. This is when you I get this from spiritualists all the time, right? But they're gonna die. We don't die. The body's gonna die. Yeah. You're gonna be in better contact, better friends, better, more complete whole contact with this woman once she's dead than you've ever been your entire life. You already know this. You don't need me to remind you of this.
Yes.
So why are you focusing on the fact that her meat suit is finally run its course? You should be gratifying and hailing that meat suit while it's still with you, because
that's what I want to do, but
carry the two of you together
and not be focused on this 9 to 5. I want to leave the 9 to 5 and just go. And she's so focused on the 9 to 5 because that's how she is. She grew up on a farm. She's Southern Mississippi, like hard worker, former military. She is very like by the book, like focused on that.
Here's your cliff. I'm going to shove you off.
Please.
And what's keeping you from going without her?
Nothing.
You feel that? You've taken your focus off what it is that you want and what it is, where you want to go, what you want to be doing. Yeah, you want to be doing it with her, right? But she's gonna deal with her stuff. So
Yeah.
that you have to deal with that line of in the sand. That's her line in the sand.
Yeah.
You know, you can say to her to blue in the face, do you really want to hang out here and do this your last days? Make sure you're doing this, doing the work and dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Or do you want to come just like, you know, hey, let's go to the whatever for the weekend? You know,
Yeah.
she's got her own focus, right?
Yeah.
And your line in the sand has to go, no. I really want you to feel your way through this because your spirit is saying to me, I want to go. I want to be doing this. And yeah, you want to be doing it with her. But is it the with her that's so important to you?
No, because I want to do it for myself too.
Exactly. Right. So you're using her as your excuse to not go. The excuse to go is these guys coming in. They're going to offer you a package payout. So you need to have that business plan, that plan in place before this happens. You got what, a couple of months? By September, December, look at you writing your own ticket and nobody can stop you.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to put it together. You've got to do the work. You've got to do you've got to invest the work in creating that pathway for yourself because you don't know what it is. This is so wide open until you leave this path that you're already on and go through this, right? Which is part and parcel of, you've got the markets that's a door that opened for you, right? And you walking away feeling like you're leaving behind something rather than growing into something amazing is the energy that you need to shift.
Yeah.
Right? You're walking to something, not away from something. And you got to own that energy. And all of your friends, all of the love that you've made over these however many years, that comes with you. That doesn't leave. You guys have touched molecules. Those molecules are stuck with you for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
Right. So even if you're apart for the next 40 years and you pick up the phone, you call them and go, hey, I haven't spoken to you in 40 years. How you doing? They go, well, I'm lying in life support and iron lung, but otherwise I'm great. How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm joking, of course, but that's the idea, right? You are this life, what you are being pulled towards is not being blocked by her. You are choosing to block it, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I'll shove you all off of cliffs. I will, I promise.
I'd love to get my ass whooped because that's where we learn. That's where we grow. That's where we find more of who we are. And that's the whole point. You know, exactly. The more we get to know who we are, then the more we can stand in our power. And
it's not, so I've come to the conclusion, this isn't about getting to know who we are. It's about deciding who we are.
Yeah.
It's an active choice to be who we are at any given moment. And we do not, at any given moment, have to be who we were a moment ago.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's the nuance. The kicker here is that for however period of time you've been chit-chatting and talking about and maybe planning, and she's not moving forward, but you are, and this is where your stress is coming from.
Yeah.
And you're creating it. So stop it. Drop the rock.
Okay.
But, right? There you go. That's a big rock to drop.
I know. It's heavy.
What rock is that?
So this is actually mahogany obsidian. So it's cooled lava.
Wow. Oh, that is.
The black is what lava looks like normally. And then the reddish in it is hematite. So it's like iron oxide. So like, the rust that comes off metal. Yeah. That iron, that's what it is. And that's why it has that color. So it gets cooled. Yeah, cooled with the lava and hardens and looks like that. Millions of years worth of. And then you can polish it. And of course, it's really sharp too. But
it's hard.
It's very grounding. It's a grounding, with the lower chakras and yeah.
Crazy cool. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Well, thank you.
Hang in there. Yeah, grounding is your friend, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
is about you. Pull it in, and get that business plan written because you've got a couple of months before the thugs take over.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. All right.
Have a great week. Oh my God, what great cards.
Thanks.
Enjoy. Up to you. See you.
Mwah. Take care.
You
Bye.
too. All righty. Treva, honey, are you going to come online or am I reading you in the chat today? Avery, if you are still sticking around, I know I was joking with you, but I can put you on my reading list if you want to know what you're doing. But please don't call ICE on him. Those guys are not his friends, and they're certainly not yours. There you go. Treva, darling. And after Treva, I got Cheryl, I got Ray, Rachel, and Avery K, if she's going to stick around long enough for a reading. And if I missed you watching in the chat, please let me know, you guys. I'm here until noon today. So I think Treva's trying to log in, hopefully. And here is the link, just in case you missed it. I'll put it in there again. Make coffees. So yeah, you guys, I've been reading since I was 14 and lots and lots of years of reading. So we read tarot cards. The tarot card readings are free. Here comes Treva now. We bring her on in. All righty. Here we go. Good morning, darling.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Any news?
No.
No.
I had a trip with my son. We went to Watkins Glen, New York,
Oh, nice.
to a NASCAR race.
Oh, right on. My sister's big on NASCAR.
Oh, it was so cold though.
Oh, sitting in the stands and watch. That's what they make heated stadium cushions for, eh?
No, we were in a tent.
Oh, you were sleeping in a tent?
Yeah.
You NASCAR people are nuts, man.
I'm not it's Jacob.
Jacob is a nut bar.
Yes,
oh my
he
God.
is. Yes,
Tell him
he is.
he needs a camper. And then
Yeah,
you're going to frozen your asses off.
He's looking into it.
There you go. Did you have fun, though?
I did.
My sister loves the hell out of NASCAR, the tailgate parties and the whole atmosphere.
I just don't get the concept of a thing going around and around and around.
Well, see, no, me neither. I'm not. That's like Daytona. 500 times they go around that track to see which one can get there fastest. Like, it's cool. It's like watching baseball. I love going to a game. I love the hot dogs and the beer, but to sit around and watch a baseball game on TV, I'd rather paint dry.
In person is so much different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mariana has entered the studio. Good day to you, Mariana. All righty. Hang in there. We'll get you on the reading list if you'd like. Treva, my God, 2 of Wands. This is what are you deciding? I get a Hermit, which is like you planning a retreat or something. What are you planning on doing? So I'm getting the 2 of Wands is about choosing a new path, choosing the way that you want things to happen as you're being called to something in a sense, right? This is an active decision that you're in the process of trying to come up with, and it is life-changing. This is a phoenix rising out of the ashes kind of thing, and then it's followed by a Hermit. So it's almost as if this kind of feels like this is where I shove you into doing the surrender of self into your higher power. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your cliff. It's this, you've got to really practice becoming one with that energy so that you can control all the negative thoughts, right? The meat suit of yourself has spent your entire life in control of all of the thoughts that go on because in your initial ego inception, you gave over to it. Do you catch that? And you feel the power of the alignment and you know how to recreate the alignment on a momentary basis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting good at it. You're committed to it. Now you got to bring your meat suit on board so that it commits to it as well.
I'm trying to find my purpose.
Well, this is you don't need to find it. You will give it to yourself once you feel the words, right? You know already what you want to be doing. You just don't know what it is. You get it? It's the energy that you want pulling. You don't need a purpose. You just need the path. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Right? Because you can't get it done. Doesn't matter what path you decide to go down, whatever you think you are going to create, you will not succeed in completing everything that you possibly could create around it in this lifetime. It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
And so your commitment at this point should be putting your efforts and energy into making sure whatever path that this is that you're walking down, you choose to walk down it because you feel like you are going to get something out of it. Because this is about you, nobody else. This is, you need to be 100% in alignment with your internal self, right? And that's where your change, that's where your transformation comes from. Because you wake up in the morning and it's like, you cease to have the thoughts. What am I going to do? What do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And you just be, and the world just unfolds. It's like, I liken it to looking for the sparklies, right? You get up in the morning, you go, oh, okay, what am I going to do? If you're in alignment, you're good to go, right? You just feel your way through your existence. The more you are able to feel your way through the existence and choose the positive emotional feeling pathway, the easier everything gets. And it's magical, absolutely magical when it comes in. Right? This is where the change comes from. And then this is about choosing your battles. Right? You're not going to choose a battle that means nothing to you or that you're not going to win. Right? Because you won it before you picked the battle. It's because you've already won it. Right? But that's, in order to have that keen nuance, you need the head on and using it. So this is an interesting card, right? You are waiting for information. You're waiting for paperwork to come together. And you're looking at it, and there's almost a feeling of, well, I can't do anything until this happens. Yeah?
I know.
Right? But watch the release. The anticipation of those final papers being put into your hand.
Divorce.
That's the Knight of Swords. Look at the release.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as that's done, this could have, are you sure it's a divorce and not an annulment?
I think I think annulment, to be honest.
Because that an annulment, that comes out even better in your favor than just a divorce.
Oh.
Well, yeah, when you think about it, an annulment suggests that it never happened.
Yeah.
Whereas the divorce says, oh, it happened and we changed our minds. So, this isn't a case of, no, this was a trick. This was how it happened, right? And what happened, the ending is there, right? The pain involved in the ending is optional. You get it? But this is release and knowledge and the power and energy of, damn it, I told you so. And this comfort, followed by this comfort of coming home. This is crazy. So my next question becomes, where are you going? Where's home? And see, that's what you need to create. You haven't had a home. You don't have a home because you've been living in your ego, right? So you can't think of any place other than perhaps your son that would be your home, right? Feel the power of that. Some people have no home at all.
I know.
You have one that is so comforting and so powerful, right? Not seeing it, telling the universe, I don't have a home, creates the space for you to not have one in spite of the fact that you do have one all day, every day. Right? So this is the internal battle, right? This is part of, these are all the craziness, the energies of the thoughts that go through your head that make you feel out of control and lost and broken, right? And the power comes internally. So any of these doubts, any of this negativity ceases to exist the second you get into alignment.
I started my counseling with the Niagara sexual assault.
Ooh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's
That's intense.
yeah. So right now they're working on stabilizing me before they even start anything, because she said, you're in bad shape. I said, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I know. And now I'm having dreams of my kids when they were younger, and it breaks me because my middle son, I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
Oh, well, I feel your pain.
It breaks me. It breaks
Yeah.
me. Like my granddaughter, I don't know who she is, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever will. I don't know.
Well, this
That's
is,
what hurts.
yeah, and this is the active choice, right? You have no choice. You have no power over that. So putting any thought, effort, and energy into it, this as much as you would like it, this is an exercise in detachment that's required, right? Because if you can detach from this, you can detach from anything, right? But you'll notice that this is a deuce of wands, so that your granddaughter comes up as key to your feeling separated, right? You're choosing that separation because at the end of the day, you and she are one all day, every day. You get that universal truth, right? This is right. This is the walk in, choosing to walk down that path creates the pathway for her to find her way to you. You get it? So holding that space open, right? Just because my kids' family, my first husband's family didn't want anything to do with me, doesn't mean they don't want anything to do with my kids. You get it? So that pathway, hold space for it. At the end of the day, it either happens during your meat suit existence or it doesn't. You have no power over it. What you do have power is what energy you put into letting her know that that doorway is always open. You feel that? And that alone will create that positive energy for you, right? This is a battle that you win internally, right? You can't be with her, but you can physically be with her, right? All you've got to do is go inside and feel your way, and there she is. She's not going anywhere. Even when her physical meat suit dies and your meat suit dies, you are both right there all day, every day. Right? So there's a conscious choice to create that separation. Right? So the greatest solution is going, I feel the separation between me and somebody else. Right? So your cure for that negative aspect is to take that deep breath, picture her running in to give you a hug, and bring her spirit in and actually feel the spirit give you the hug. Right? Feel the completion, feel the oneness, and relax into it. Can you feel it? Right? So there's the deprival, the lack that you're feeling. It's physical, right? And but spiritually, you know that that gap is easily closed. Yes? Right? So allow your meat suit to cry because your meat suit is powerless here. You're allowed to feel the powerlessness and remind yourself, Triva, it's okay. We are one. We are together. you will be together again at some point, hopefully in this lifetime, if not afterwards. But here you can feel her energy anyway, right? And hold the space for that completion to happen, right? When your focus is on the separation, you create more separation. So you want to change your focus, right? When you think about her, you need to see her happy and joyous and running to give you a hug and being the greatest grandchild on the whole earth, because she is, regardless of whether you ever see her again. Right? And that, my honey, that is the practice. Because the second that you choose to feel yourself separate from her, you put energy and power into that separation. And we don't want to do that. Because that anxiety that you're feeling, that you want to cry about, I want you to cry it out. I want you to choose that. Yeah, we're here to feel these emotions. You are here to feel that intense love that you feel for that grandchild. Because once we're dead and on the other side, we don't feel any of this. The contrast ceases to exist, right? So embrace and empower that feeling of love that you have, and then find an outlet for it, right? Share it with Lainey. Maybe, I don't know, get a job as a crossing guard, or put some energy into, you were talking about adopting somebody else's kids to be a surrogate grandma because their grandparents were on the other side of the planet. That's right. This is, you got to change your task, should you choose to accept it, is to change everything about yourself that you dislike and don't want, and create everything that you dislike and don't want, and turn it into an opportunity for it to be everything that you do want and you do cherish. Because I swear to God, I am not letting you go to your grave without loving the hell out of this place.
I could just hear my mom saying to me, Treva, just pray. Just pray.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the prayer is, right, she calls it prayer, but prayer is healing that separation. It's become one with that whole complete energy that you know is available to you. Because this is about you. It's not about your granddaughter, right? I mean, for as far as energy goes, she may not even know that you exist. Right? And with the energy that the brick wall that you've been put up with, your task as a grandma is to create that fantasy world inside of your heart where you and she are together. Right? And hold the space as if you were, so that you don't get lost in the pain and the suffering of what is not. You get it? Right. And part of what kind of exercises you doing with this group that you're working with now?
We haven't started anything yet. She gave, my numbers are really high, and she's very concerned about me.
About your physical health.
Mental health.
Okay.
And physical. They're both bad. I bury everything, and I don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah. No, right. But this is the exercise. This is the conversation you have with yourself, right? So you're burying the fact that you were pained over the fact that you cannot have a relationship with your granddaughter, so that nobody else sees the suffering that you are suffering, right? Rather than allowing yourself to suffer, allowing yourself to comfort yourself because you feel that lack and your loss, and then allowing yourself to transform the energy so that you no longer feel the loss, but you feel the energetic space that you are holding. But you got to recreate that. This is a practice thing, right? Now, I just lost your visual, so I don't know if I've lost your audio as well, darling. Looks like we've lost Treva this morning, you guys. All right. All right. Well, darling, let me know if you're coming back in. And we'll see who else we got coming up for a reading this morning. I'm going to keep you I'll keep Treva in the back. She might be having a bit of a breathe. And you guys hold space for her. Treva's got, there are places that we get to in our lifetimes where we need help just to breathe straight. And, and she's back. Can I bring you back on, darling? There you go. Are you there? Hello. All right, we've lost Treva again. I don't know why we're losing. Oh, I've got your sound, hon. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I don't think so. Treva! Yoo-hoo-hoo. All righty. Okay. All right, darling. Well, hang in there, and we'll see if we can get you back on. All righty. I've got Cheryl and Rachel, who were waiting for readings. You guys still here? And I got Mariana, who seems to be waiting for reading. We're going to, as nervous as I might be, I'm going to bring in Mariana. You're going to come on video. There you go. All right, you guys, we're going to bring, all right. And then now Rachel has popped up for air, but Cheryl has not come back. All right, we're going to bring Mariana on, and then I'll go to Rachel right after. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
Did you?
Pretty good. Nice hat.
Thanks. I'm waiting for him. I have a doctor's appointment, so I'm waiting. Might as well get a reading this morning.
There you go. What the hell? All right. Well, let's see if we read you quick. You're lucky you're going to get called through right as I pull the cards down, right?
Yeah.
How you feeling? How's your health?
Good. I'm just waiting. I had a blood work this morning, and I have to see the doctor. And then I have my scan this afternoon, so it's a whole day in the hospital.
All right. All right. 7 of Cups, followed by 4 of Coins, followed by. Are you getting chemo right now?
Friday.
What's that?
Friday.
You start on Friday.
No, I've been getting chemo, but I have my other chemo. Yeah, exactly.
How many more sessions do you have left?
I don't know. I have to speak with him, so I think maybe he wants to see the CT scan, but I don't know yet. I'm hoping not very much.
Okay, all right. So there's an energy that was created going into this entire process. There's something that I've got to shove. You've got to tell your doctor or your oncologist about this, and I don't know what it is. Something that made you feel really uncomfortable. Somebody said something or something happened. You know what I'm talking about? Have that conversation with your doctor and it will change things. Okay.
Okay.
You are not, I don't want you feeling like you're on the outside looking in. This is your health. This is your physical, and this is important. So put as much, wow, I'm getting chills here. You need to put as much energy into making this truth happen as you can. Okay. You don't know what it is. You don't need to tell the world as long as you know what it is. And don't feel like you're not upsetting an apple cart. You're not doing something you ought not to be doing. You deserve this justice, whatever it is. Okay. That's it. Wow. Cool. I don't know what it is, but I love shoving people off of cliffs. This is looking good. Okay. This is a victory card, right?
Okay.
There are you got to take your wins as they come. I'm sure your oncologist spoke to you about this. Right?
Yes.
So you're going through treatments like this. There will be bad days and there's going to be worse days, right? The bad days are the good days sometimes. You get it? So when you get the worst days, focus on the better days.
Okay.
And when you get the bad days, focus on the better, always focusing on whatever's better.
Okay.
Right? You're going to make it easier. Internally, you've got a test coming up this afternoon?
I have a CT scan, yes.
Okay. So how long does it take to get the results from a CT scan? Do you know?
CT scan? Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. So I'm getting there's going to be a conversation over there's a control issue that's going to come as a result, likely of this CT scan between you and possibly a surgeon, possibly an oncologist. I don't know who. But stick to your guns. Okay. This is you. This is your health. And, you get to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Make sure that everything you need to know and don't let anybody take your power away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't settle because this is key. Your happiness, your joy, your power is important. Like somebody says to you, you got 3 days left to die. You can spend them suffering over the next 3 days, or you can go live your life for 3 days. That's your choice. Somebody else's. You get that?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know what this energy is, but you choosing you is that's your harvest.
Okay.
So I don't know what this is, but you've got to be brave enough to because these guys sound like they're powerful and they know more than you do. There's don't fight yourself, fight them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And don't be afraid of what you don't know is coming. Behind your greatest fears lie your greatest treasures, huh?
Okay.
And this is I get the Four of Wands coming up next. Your victory lies in getting through this and living to fight another day.
Nice.
Get it? I don't know why that means something to you. And when you're going into whatever battle this is that you're going into, whether it be with yourself or with the doctors, right? Never let yourself feel like you're on the outside looking in. You are the center of the universe in this case, okay? What else can I tell you? And this Six of Cups coming out here tells me that you've got a partner in all of this, working together to make sure that you get this going the right way. Good luck. Wow. This is you coming out at the other side and then just focusing. Whatever you lose in this, your hair, your eyelashes, whatever, what you do with your loss is what you do with it, right? You're the power here. You are the only one that is keeping you back from living your best life, regardless of what comes here.
Okay.
8, and then the Nine of Wands. Your challenge becomes figuring your way through the path with all the information that you have, in spite of it feeling like the most overwhelming thing you can possibly imagine. So I don't know what news this strikes me as. You might be getting heavy news here, but don't lose grasp of your internal power as you come out of it.
Okay.
Because it's the sort of thing that, this has happened and so you can't go that path anymore. The trick is to not focus. Oh, these are great cards. Look at this. The trick is to not focus on the path that you might have gone, but to look for the new path that you get to walk down, because it's going to be different for you. Okay. And don't be afraid to draw those lines in the sand.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You got some work ahead of you, but it looks you coming out. I get good solidity and all kinds of positive stuff coming in here, but don't give your control away. It's the biggest thing I can tell you. All righty. Good luck to you. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, well.
All righty. Have a great day. Good luck.
Bye.
All right. Ray, darling, did you want to come on live or do you want to stay in the chat? And then we'll see if Shiro or Avery K stuck around long enough to get a reading. How am I reading for you today, Rachel? Ray, my darling. You want to come on live or do you want to stay in the chat, darling? Because here's the link for the chat. Oh, it's already there. There's the link for the chat if you want to come on live. If you are just tuning in, I'm here for another hour. You guys will be here till noon today. It is 11:04 Eastern time. I'm just outside of Montreal. We're reading tarot cards for drama and fun. And we seem to be shoving people off of cliffs today. If you practice law of attraction, there's Rachel. If you practice Course in Miracles, Law of Attraction, quantum physics, you just want to live your best life, these cards are your new best friend. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to bring Rachel in and see what kind of a cliff I might end up having to shove her off of today.
Right?
Good morning, Rachel, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm great, right? It's an active choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Live my best life because I only get the one.
Exactly.
All right. Oh, look at this. Look at these. Ooh, where are you going? Are you planning on going somewhere?
I mean, there's a bunch of trips on my bucket list, but nothing's planned. No.
Nothing specific. You got issues with a son.
Oh, I've got 2 bio sons and 2 stepsons, so
Wait.
take your pick.
Okay. I got a Knight of Wands, so let's figure out who he is. This one may be having issues with the law or getting justice in his case. Why are you particular? One sticks out more than the other 3. That seems to have a judgment either towards them or over them that makes them different from the other 3. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Well, it could be one of 2 things. I've got one of my sons is trying to find out and get diagnosed if he's got ADHD.
Okay.
But then my youngest stepson, him and I, we've never really had a strong relationship. So maybe that's, but no law or no legal issues that I know of.
Yeah, no.
That I know of.
It's the judgment thing. So let's say he comes out with an ADHD diagnosis. What does that say about you?
I just don't know anything about it. It doesn't bother me at all. I just know nothing about. I've never had any experience with it at all.
Oh,
right?
Great. So,
I think it would be a good thing. I mean, we need one way or the other, right?
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actively searching to get that. Has he got a date? He's
got one more appointment. He's got his 4th appointment tomorrow with a ADHD specialist.
Okay. And so I'm getting your release. I'm getting your satisfaction that he walks out of here. So you're sitting there in the back of your mind, you're going, you're so ADHD. It's insane. Right. So he's going to come. What happens when he comes out with a diagnosis that you're not seeing is he actually starts getting the supports and gets on the path that you
That's
have
what I'm hoping
to see him on, and he's not seeing. This is beautiful. I want you to take your focus off of him and leave him go. Cut your apron strings, mommy, because he chooses his path, right? Yeah. So you may see the end to all of his difficulties coming as a result of this, but more often than not, sometimes the diagnosis does the exact opposite and creates nightmares for people that they never thought would happen. You need to put your focus on him and his perfection at all times. Not what you want him to be, but rather who he is.
Okay.
You get that? You practice law of attraction, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Queen of Coins, right? You already know what you already know. So this isn't about you knowing. This is about him putting money into knowing something he didn't already know, right? Okay. This is about you giving him security that you feel that he doesn't already have. You get it? So knock it off. You're the one taking the pegs out from underneath his legs.
Okay.
Do you feel that?
Okay.
Right. So the second we hold somebody in there as if the negative aspect of them was the reality, anything negative about you in your existence or about somebody else is temporary and will cease to be a thing once their physical body dies. Right?
Right.
They are eternal. They are whole, complete, perfect. Right? When we're on
am I creating too many crutches? Am I holding it? Like, how am I?
Maybe.
Okay.
You are, rather than seeing him in his absolute perfection, you're seeing him in, you need to help lift him. You need to, he needs something. He is wanting for something. He is not whole. He is not complete, but he is all day, every day. So rather than choosing to see him as you want to see him, I want you to see him as he is. And I mean that in the spiritual sense of whole, complete, and perfect. The way he
Okay.
was the moment you gave birth to him, or the last time you saw him when you went, oh my God, you're the best thing in the whole world. I want
Right.
and same for you. You've got 4 boys.
Yeah.
Mama, you should see all 4 in their perfection. It's what you don't see that creates negativity for people, and you don't know it. Right? When you look at how you're feeling towards what he's going through, right? Your first inclination is to comfort him and make him feel better as he's going through
Yeah.
this process. Knock it off. That's not your job anymore, Mom. How old is he?
23.
There you go. So that
Yeah.
ceased being your job, what, 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
success, Mom. Pat yourself on the back. They survived to adulthood, right? 100
Right.
years ago, that almost never happened, right? You'd have 4 and 2 would make it to adulthood, right? No, it
Right.
wasn't that 100 years ago, but 200 years ago it was,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is your task, right? In practicing your law of attraction, don't let their spirit become your focus, because your spirit needs to be your focus. You're not here for them. You're here for you. Right?
Okay.
And I know everybody's, oh, but that sounds so selfish. Yes, it is. It's very selfish. Be selfish. This is about you, nobody else. Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Treva says, I don't know what happened. I know what happened. Universe said, go sit down and cry and feel your way back into alignment, in spite of me just shoving you off a cliff, right? He's going to have battles. He's going to have challenges, right? And you get to choose how you see how he's dealing with those challenges, right? So it's, now you got this, son. You got this. You've got the power. You're all that in a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same encouragement you gave him when he was 2.
Okay. That makes
I want
sense.
you
Yeah.
to see all that power. I want you to see all that potential all day, every day. Because
Yeah.
anything less takes away from him.
Okay.
And nobody ever teaches us this.
No.
No, the cards teach it all day, every day. Stop
Right.
seeing your child as less than perfect, right?
Good.
Or your partner, or your best friend, or anybody else, right? Anything that you choose, we choose to how we're going to see everybody. Oh, there you go. Treva says, my daughter was just diagnosed with ADHD. And how did that change? Watch this. How did that change your life, Treva? It didn't. Doesn't change it at all. What difference doesn't change yours. It will not change your life. It may change his. And how it changes his will depend on how you see how it changes.
Okay.
You got it? So you want to feel your way through it. Anytime you're in doubt, I want you to do the exercise. Take a deep breath, get into alignment, bring him into your, I like to use the moment of birth when you looked into their eyes. Usually it only works perfectly with the firstborn. But the last moment that you can remember looking at that boy and thinking he was the cat's ass, that was the greatest moment of his life. I want you to only ever see him in that space. No
Okay.
matter what your pointy little head says to you.
Okay.
Right? And
Yeah.
this is the trick. This is how you, because I don't want you creating, potholes for your son to see. Treva says it didn't change her life at all. It only changes theirs, right?
Right.
And sometimes it doesn't change either, right? Just having the diagnosis doesn't mean anything's going to change for him. Right. But you knew before he even started going through this process. But what happens for him is it opens doors.
Yeah.
For him to get the help that your pointy little head is thinking he could use some help.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But
Yeah.
only he can do that. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the way that society is set up, my darling. Right.
No, sounds good.
There you
you.
go. Wow. Have a great week. I'm so glad you came in this morning. I don't even know who else. I've got 45 minutes to kill, and I don't know if either Shiro or I know that Salima did not. Oh, no, I read for Salima this morning. Who was it? Somebody was in here, didn't come back. Do. Or maybe it was Salima. She has not come back. Got any questions while we're here?
No, I'm good. I went to a medium reading on Sunday, on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quite interesting. She asked me why I wasn't doing readings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah,
I thought that was kind of,
dude. Are you familiar with your spirit guide?
not necessarily spirit guides, but I do definitely feel everybody around me all the time.
All right.
I've
Well,
always
I'm gonna,
contributed it to mom and dad and, things like that. So.
yeah, I don't care. I'm going to push you into that space. Feel your way through that, because there is a dance that you have been doing with yourself your whole life, and it's been pulling you towards different directions, and you have been blowing it off for whatever reason and haven't gone down those. You haven't
Yeah.
tugged on those streams or gone down those paths. Stop doing the dance and get into bed with that energy.
Okay. What's the best way? What's the first step for that? What's getting into alignment, obviously.
Yep. That's the only thing you need to do. That's
Okay.
it. That is a answer. Absolute. The universe keeps saying it over again. What do I do? What do I do? Get into alignment.
Okay.
When you are in alignment, it's natural. Everything is obvious. You know already by getting into alignment how wonderful and comfortable and whole and complete everything feels. Right?
Right.
Where else can you just let the universe be what it is, and it'll say, oh, look here, bright and shiny, right? You get the sparklies, you already see them, you go, oh, look at that, I'm following that, I'm
Right.
chasing that down that path, I'm going after that, right? The only way for those sparklies to get our attention, and they'll keep coming, going, they've been your whole life, they've been going, Rachel, come after this, Rachel. So I don't know what it is. You know what's been attractive to you.
Mm-hmm.
Me, it's always been the cards. Me, it's always been the cards. My grandmother was a professional card reader, so I knew when I got old enough, I was going to learn how to read the cards. She read with playing cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was only when I was out. In downtown Vancouver. Oh, there's a whole story there. That Pride Parade cops are spitting on us and kicking us for marching in the Pride Parade. Anyway, I was totally freaked out, and I ducked into a bookstore to get away from the parade, and they had this Crowley Toth tarot deck for sale. And so me just killing time, picked up the deck and started looking at it, and I haven't gone back. This tarot had me hook, line, and sinker. So when you hit on your medium, whatever it happens to be, right? Some people, like Amanda I had on earlier, she feels her way through things. I clairsentience, there's clairvoyance, there's clairaudience, there's all kinds of clairs out there. Your trick, should you choose to accept it, is to get into alignment with yourself and let your spirit drag you down that path. And go voluntarily, because it's much less stress.
Right. So I should experiment. I should look into these different avenues. Okay.
Yeah, learn as much as you can, right? These are wands here, right? So the challenge is to find what's calling you. Is it tarot cards? I don't know. How many tarot? You can go to, there's a website called tarotgarden.com, and a friend of mine owns it, and you can look through dozens and dozens of different tarot decks and see if there's one that calls to you. If you're feeling really adventurous, you send an email to Dan at Tarot Garden. You say, Tina Brooks, Pepper Fire. Actually, if you said Demon Goddess, he'd know better. But you tell him that I sent you, and she said that you could tell me what deck is calling to me. He could tell you in 2 seconds exactly what card deck is, assuming it's a deck.
Right.
I have another girlfriend she's in Long Island, and she does, what do you call it? She reads, what do you call them? It's an oracle with stones.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Anyway, she is so good at what she does. She could read cookie crumbs. Right, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe it's tea leaves, maybe it's palm reading, maybe it's dowsing, rods, or there's a gazillion different ways to find your way. The easiest way to find it is to get into alignment and commit yourself to yourself. You will find your path, because it'll lay out before you like a golden, like a yellow brick road, literally.
Okay.
It really will. right? And the eddies continue to happen. It's stuff's still going to be pulling you off the path because the journey itself is the point.
Right. Yeah.
But that's
Wonderful.
That's what you're the only one. Stop. Look at this. Eight of Swords right out of the gate. You're the
Yeah,
only one
I know.
back. And you know it. That's why
I
it's
do it. I do know it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do know it.
Go
Yeah.
get it. Go
Okay.
get it. I like to
Sounds
say
awesome.
that the eights are the same as knights. Think of it. Picture yourself in a suit of armor. Do you ever ride a horse?
Occasionally, but not. Yeah,
But you know what it
I know
feels
the
like
feeling.
to sit on a horse. I want you to suit yourself. Do an emotional exercise with yourself. Get into alignment. Picture yourself armed for battle. Get in the horse and see where the horse takes you.
Okay,
Let me know how that
Yeah.
works out.
will do. Thank you.
Your pointy little head, in spite of being your worst enemy, is also your best friend. Because without this imagination thingy up there,
Mhm.
you're just being. You know,
Right.
there's no dreaming, there's no fantasizing, there's no desire. There's also no negativity either, right? But we're not
Right.
here for the negativity. We're here for the positivity. So accentuate the positive all day, every day, right?
Wonderful. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Hey, you're welcome. You have a great week. Come back next week. Let me know how everything went.
Will do. Thanks.
All righty. Bye, Rachel. All righty. What fun. Shiro, did you come back? Did Shiro come back? And I got somebody else. Have a great week, Tina. Thank you, my friend. You're welcome, Treva. All day, every day. All righty. We got, oh my gosh, we've got 40 minutes left in the day, you guys. And who are we reading for next? Have we got anybody up for a reading? If not, I got some questions for the universe that we set up last week. Unless I canceled them. I hope I didn't. Who can we read for this morning? Who do we have? Do we have anybody waiting for a reading? What did I do with the questions for the universe? I don't think I saved them, unfortunately. Alrighty. All right. So we're reading. I don't know who's watching, but hi. Hi, you guys. You don't want to come on live. Don't want to let me know you're here. That's cool. That's fine. I can read for you anyway. I got somebody needs to shove off a cliff. Hanged man, waiting to see. Waiting to see what's going to happen. I like to, the Hanged Man is an interesting card. I see it as the shit or get off the pot card. It's a lovely, comfortable position that you happen to be in, but maybe you don't want to be there. Maybe you want to move forward. Maybe you want to go after whatever challenge the universe can throw at you because you are a creator and you are the only one stopping you from creating your best life. But you got to decide to go after your best life. And anybody or anything keeping you from your best life needs to be put in their place. This is your life. This isn't about them. This is about you. This is about what you want and where you are going. And you cannot be afraid of what might happen. And you certainly cannot negotiate your way through the negativity. You can't negotiate your way past the stuff that you don't want to get past. You got to be brave enough to do the work and put the effort and energies in. And that is, oh, look at, there's the Queen of Pentacles. All that, a bag of chips. Look at you. This is, guys, this is, right? You just got to decide, this is my life. And I am going to live the best life I can possibly live, right? Kind of like Donald Trump over there. You know, there's a fun exercise. So we were talking about, somebody and I were talking about, I said, I'll pull that when we read. So you wanted to know, we were looking at the difference in energies between Donald Trump and Mr. Carney, who is the Prime Minister of Canada, right? So I'm going to do Donald Trump first. Give me Donald Trump in my cards. I'll show you guys. This is, he is, wow. Oh my God. Careful what you're not seeing. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, right? He thinks he's doing the right thing, you guys. I got the 5 of Wands followed by the 4 of Wands. He is in the process of tearing down things that are keeping them from, and what we are not seeing is that he really truly believes that this is the way that he should be going. All right. Now let me show you Carney. Oh, and Carney is their contract. Carney's put like gone in there with a contract to put an end to the negativity that was created and to get Canada feeling like they are not at battle anymore. And he's going after the virtuous victory. This is fascinating energy between these two people and how these people represent how our two nations are looking at each other, right? I mean, I don't care. You know, this if you are sitting on the other side of the fence thinking that us not wanting to join with you as a 51st state is a negative thing, then you don't understand our sovereignty. And if you're on this side of the fence thinking, oh, well, we don't want to join with the US, but we're okay with joining the EU, it's the same sovereignty play. And frankly, I don't know why you want to give up our sovereignty. As far as the EU goes, you guys, this is whatever battles, we are part of England. You get it on this side. The United States is not. And there is a dynamic between England and the United States that carries down towards Canada that creates a situation that those of us that are here in Canada and those that are in the United States and those that are over on the opposite side of the pond in England, right? The goal is to look at who you are, where you are, when you are, decide how much of this actually affects you directly, and plant your seeds for the future regardless, because no matter what happens between these two countries, 3 countries, if you will, you still got to live your life no matter what happens. Right. And so that's why the planting of the seeds. And if you keep your focus on what you want and the positivity and the sunshine, then you get power and knowledge of self that doesn't come otherwise. Crazy cards, you guys. Alrighty. So we got a half an hour to kill. Am I going to stick around here? Fill in dead air for a half an hour, or are we going to say thank you very much and ducking out of here? I do see that we got somebody watching in the wings who doesn't seem to want to come on, but I'm here to read if you'd like, or not if you'd also like. But here we are. Look at that. Maybe I'll put some music on and work. No, I'm kidding. I am not. All right. And this in the broadcasting world is what we call dead air, dead air. How do you kill a half an hour? You kill a half an hour with information, tarot cards, tarot readings. What can I tell you guys? All right. Well, let's let the tarot cards tell me what to say to you guys, and then that's what I'm here for, right? We're reading tarot cards. Hermit. Step 1, get into alignment. It's always step 1. It is always here. What you don't know about your existence is that at some point between the age of birth, popping out the birth canal, and the age of 7 years old, you had some sort of minor traumatic experience that put you into a situation where you felt that you were alone, that you were the one in charge, nobody was coming to save you, and you had to take care of everything. You had to know everything. You had to do everything. And ever since that moment, you have been left trying to put everything back together. And you don't know how, and you're scared, and you don't know where you're going. And the secret is to take in your head away from what you aren't and putting the focus on what you are. And what are you? What you are is absolute perfection, living splintered meat suit. And what you do with that perfection splinter living in the meat suit is what creates your existence. It creates who you are and where you're going. And you could choose to be all that in a bag of chips. You could choose to, oh, how do you go after being? This is about becoming one with what you choose. Whatever you choose, go all in, go all after it. Be the final deciding arbiter in your own existence, because you're the boss, nobody else, right? There's no higher power looking down at you going, this is gonna happen my way. This is not how it works. There is not some secret god guy up in the sky creating your existence. You create your existence all day, every day, based on how you see what you are looking at. And if you stay, look at that sun card, this is beautiful. If you stay focused on the positivity and the right side, and you are in your own power, and that you can use that positivity to see the dark spaces in your existence, then you know where to find your healing. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, right? And so going after what you do want is where you find, right? This is where your abundance, I love this. This is the abundance card. This is everything, all that coming together. And this is your task. This is to look at how freaking hard your life is, allow it to be what it is, and put it together so that it works for you. And then it becomes a practice. Once you are in alignment, there's an active commitment to getting into that alignment and making it, right? Once you're in alignment, this is cool. It doesn't matter what battle might come at you. You are above it. You are beyond it. You are past it. The challenge is you've already won, right? You've already won that. And knowing that, getting into alignment is what wins all of those battles. You create this commitment to self that says, I'm going to put more effort and energy into creating that alignment. I am not going to put my focus on what everybody else is doing, what everybody else thinks, what everybody else wants. I'm going after what I want, because this is my life. This is my existence. And how do I get what I want? Well, when you discover what you need to create in order to get what you want, you plant the seeds, you create the things. The funny thing is, it doesn't matter what you create, it's how you see it, right? Here's this page of coins. The universe is going to go, oh, you're in alignment and you're okay with what I deliver. And the universe is going to deliver whatever this energy is that's flowing towards you, and it falls into your lap. And all of a sudden you go, wow, wasn't expecting that at all. I did not expect that to come together in that way. And that's why they call it miracles, right? You are writing your own ticket. Look at this, 3 aces right in a row. You get to choose all day, every day. What are you going to do? What are you going to think? And what are you going to feel? And don't get trapped in the past, right? What happened yesterday, that's over, that's done. And if you were thinking negative thinking yesterday, it doesn't mean you have to be thinking negative thinking today, right? This is the point. This is your new point of reference, right? Get into alignment. There's your respite. There's your peace. There's your comfort. I honestly believe that in alignment, everything that you need in life gets handed to you on a silver platter, but you got to be in complete, utter alignment for that. And there's the other ace, right? You can be or have or think whatever you want, but you are at the end of the day going to choose how you feel about it and what you want to do about it, right? And when you're feeling this is going to give you you will feel the opportunities, the things that you need to do or want to do or have to do to get and create what it wants and what you want. And you are going to send out these arrows of energy, one after the other. This is what I want. Can I do this? Can I have this? Can I feel this? right? And it at a certain point, it becomes this energetic feeling of anticipation. What is going to happen next? And you get to decide by saying, what do I want to happen next? And when you're in alignment, right, it's a simple matter of going, what am I putting in my cup? What am I putting my my thoughts, my efforts and energies into? And once my efforts and energies are into there, am I seeing my own existence as an insurmountable thing that's dragging me through life, or am I the one that's in power? And this battle over internal battle with yourself and your spiritual meat suit that's been in control all these years since your ego inception, right? This becomes, we see it as an insurmountable battle. Well, I've got to kill the ego in order for myself to be my whole complete self again. And that is not true. It's a surrender to self. It's a relaxation in the fact that I'm a meat suit. I'm not going to die. There's nothing wrong. Everything is perfect. Let's enjoy the hell out of this existence. And it's crazy, but it is an energetic point of reference from which to begin your walk through the world. And as I said before, it's a practice. It's a plan. It's a, this is what I want to do, right? You don't just wake up one morning and go, I'm a brain surgeon. No. You have to go to medicals. You got to do pre-med. You got to do med school. Then you got to do brain surgery, specialty, whatever, right? It's a 12, 15-year process to become a brain surgeon, right? You have to decide what you want and then feel your way through the plans and the processes. And this is, dude, this is a contract with yourself to commit yourself to being all that. You'll get to choose how to go through this life. You are the one that is in charge. You get in charge. You get to draw the line in the sand for the people that want you not doing what you want to be doing, that they want you doing what they want to be doing. And that's none of your business. You're here to create your existence, to create your way forward, to create your best life. And you got to feel your way. And once you've got that feeling, you got to go after it with a vengeance. Feel your way. Dude, so many paths are going to open up to you as this comes together. And you, on a momentary basis, are going to choose how you are going to feel about this. And if you are trapped in the battle of, no, you can't do this because, no, mommy said never do this because it's bad for you, or don't let this happen, or, if you're doing things for other people, right? The arbiter, the final arbiter in all cases is you, my friend, nobody else, just you. And when you are in alignment and committed to your best life at all times, look at this, the 2 6s right after the other, right? This is everything you want. It all comes together, right? Here's the 6s, and it's followed by the 9 of Cups, the wish card, right? And then you get your wish, and then you celebrate, right? And the living in alignment is in the knowledge that you get your wish all day, every day. That when you stay in alignment and you feel your way through this existence, it doesn't matter whether you get your way or not, because internally you're going to feel the perfection and the attraction of the space and the joy and the fulfillment that you have created, because you have created it. And it's still, there's going to be elements of people are going to be caught like deer in the headlights, discovering this new power of self. And you got to know that that is because they are not whole and complete, and they are not focused on their whole complete being, where you need to be. This is about you. This is about your existence, not anybody else's. So if you're focused on what I'm doing or where I'm going, you're doing it wrong. You need to be focused on where you are and where you are going, not on your kids. Well, if you got little kids, there's an element of you have the focus that you need to pull together to take care of your kids, you got to raise your kids. That's a given. But when those things are taken care of, and you deprive yourself because you think that it's better for your kids that you deprive yourself, then how is deprivation of self helping anybody? If you are not your best self, you can't be your best self for anybody else. Do you get this? And this is key, you guys. You need to focus your life on being your best you, right? And sometimes that best you isn't very powerful, isn't very strong. You're weak, you're sad, you're angry, you're not all together, and you don't know what to do and you don't know how to feel about it. Those are the times when you remind yourself that all is well, get into alignment. And I honestly, I would love to be able to tell you that there's another path that you can walk down that's going to get you to this same place, but it's the same path. All paths lead you to the same place. You are here for a time, for a reason, for a season, and you don't know what it is until you decide what it is. And once you decide that this is what you're here for, your spirit wants you to go after it. It wants you to live your best life. It wants you feeding your energy into yourself and bringing that power to the universe, because it's your power. You are so whole, you are so complete, that this is right up. This is how you do it, right? Boy, oh boy. All right. So the world is your oyster, my friends. All you have to do is go looking for it. Mm-hmm. And where do we go next? Let's see. 222, King of Coins. What if you're trying to manifest? What if you're looking for work? You're looking for money. You need more money in your existence. Maybe it's health that you're looking for, right? You gotta. The beauty of the King of Coins is that if you are in, you know that you're in poor health, right? Your immediate response to knowing that you're in poor health is to realize that you are not eternally in poor health. It's just the meat suit splinter that you are currently living in that is in poor health. And your task, should you choose to be your whole self, is to find the pathway to give yourself that physical grounding, that physical completion that is required. So, for example, you might discover that you've got, somebody might discover they've got an iron deficiency. And so taking iron supplements, all of a sudden you eliminate the deficiency. Maybe it's a feeling of, what am I going to do with my career? What am I going to do with my job, right? Your energy requires that you get into alignment with yourself and say, okay, well, I don't have a job. Ergo, my job is to find a job so that I can take care of myself and feed myself and clothe myself and live the great life that I want to be living. Right. And when you're in alignment, the beauty of it is it's like I was reading for Holly earlier this morning. You decide, okay, here's the path I want to go down. And you start down that path, and all of a sudden the path says, no, you can't go this way. Sorry, block, wall. No, you're not ready to go down this path yet. Oh, here, look, here's another path. Right. There's an old expression, when God closes a door, he opens a window. It's this energetic concept, right? Just because you can't go this way doesn't mean you can't go that way. You've got to learn to spiritually pivot on the daily. And the better you are at pivoting, the easier life goes. Right. It's the solidity of being able to focus on what you need to focus on so that other people can feed off your strength and your power, right? It is you being your whole self in completion that brings whole self and completion to the other people around you, whether you know it or not, right? And not allowing yourself to take, this is a cool nuance. So So we go through and we discover as we're doing this healing of self. And I read for a woman last week where this was important, where we get to the point where we're bigger, better, stronger, and faster than everybody else around us. And we forget to bring the grace that they are bigger, better, stronger, and faster than everybody around them. And we need to give them that grace, regardless of what it was about them that got us to the point of power that we are. Grace is key, you guys. And I'm hoping that people understand what I mean by grace is giving other people the allowance to be their whole complete self in spite of however it is that we have chosen to feel about them. And that in and of itself, sometimes, you guys, is a practice. You've got to practice targeting, feeling generosity towards somebody that you look at and you think is the most obscene human being on the planet. And in order to rethink that energy, right? Because they don't care about you. They don't know what thoughts you're having. These negative thoughts bring you down, and only you, because they're not touched by it. Only you are touched by it. So that negativity that you create brings you down, right? Instead of bringing you up and allowing you to look at them and go, oh, I'm so sorry that you've chosen to walk down this path, but you really are perfect. And, when and then it's just a simple, clear detachment from that being. Do you catch this? Sometimes we discover that there's a path that was something that we've got to do, something that we've got to put to bed, something that has been niggling at us for decades. And we need to turn that around so that what we are doing is not dragging this big, heavy rock through life. The wouldas, the shouldas, the couldas, right? You either drop the rock or you create a new rock, do something with the rock. But either way, drop the rock, right? Take a sledgehammer to the rock, like Treva, who we've been reading for. Smash the hell out of that rock. Sometimes the rock is not going to cooperate. It's going to mess with you because wherever you are in your position, you've got the thoughts that still come through your head, and you haven't got enough personal power yet to control those thoughts or to choose how those thoughts are going to go, or whether or not to detach from whatever thoughts are coming in. This is the practice. This isn't something that comes to you overnight, guys. This is something that you got to practice over and over and over again. And eventually you'll get better and better and better at it, but you got to practice it. And when you come to the table at my age, or even, you might be 20 years old, but you've spent 13 to 20 years living trapped in your ego self, trapped in your head, living your life as if you were alone and you are the center of the universe and nobody's coming to save you, when you have never been alone. And yes, you are the center of the universe, but nobody needs to save you. You're not at risk. You can't be hurt. You can't be killed. Your meat suit, yes, you can, but you are not your meat suit. And the second that you realize that your meat suit is something that you can put on and take off on the daily, and that you need to become one, that and it's not you becoming one with the meat suit. You've been in the meat suit your whole life. You need that meat suit to grasp the concept that you are bigger, better, stronger, faster than it ever recognized in your entire existence. Feel that power and stay in that power. That's what the alignment is all about, right? And that is how you control the way the whole thing is coming together. All righty. It looks like nobody else is going to come in this morning for a reading, but that's all right. I don't know how many of y'all are watching. I know you're watching because I see the number of people that watch the videos after the fact. So even if only a few of you come in and get a reading, I'm really glad that you come in anyway. This does something really good for you. When you get into alignment with the universe, it feeds your soul. It literally feeds your soul. Alignment is a power, a fulfillment, a completion that you don't know or understand until you really feel it in its whole plugged inness, right? And once you feel it, and once you understand that it's there, and they call it the night of the dark soul. You go through, it's a surrender. It really is. The meat suit goes, no, I like this. I like the way this works. I like the way this feels. I like the power. I don't like the weak, sad, pitiful self that I used to be. I got to be all that in a bag of chips. And you know what? Arrogance becomes your friend, and the humility is the kicker, right? So you get to the point, you discover your power, and you get there, and then the humility needs to kick in, because you need to be able to take that power and give that power back to everybody else, right? Because they, in a heartbeat, will take your power away from you in order to lift themselves up, not realizing that in lifting both of you up, you create triple the power. You got it? And so if we as individuals can target ourselves and live our best life based on who we are, where we are, when we are, in spite of any negativity that might be swirling around us, then we have enough strength within ourselves to share that power with our friends, with our family, with our children, with our in-laws, with our ex-laws. This is how you choose to live your best life, and it really is an active choice, you guys. There's no way around it. You get to be dragged kicking and screaming through life, hating your entire life, or sometimes you get a charmed life, but you still are going to feel like you're being dragged through it unless you are actively in control of how you think and feel about your life at any given moment. And that is the key, and it's not going to cost you no $10,000 a weekend to find this crap out from Tony Robbins either. Who I noticed, I think Tony Robbins is offering his stuff for free now. Oh my God, the craziness, right? The power is eternal, and it's internal, and it's bottomless. It is so much energy, so much strength and love that carries you, and you create it. You create it on the daily by pulling it out of yourself and forcing it to be your actual existence. And that is what it is. All righty. Oh, and life is a give and take, right? You get energies come in and energies go out. And if you can do the energy in and out, the in alignment, the better it goes, right? It's much easier to be charitable when you don't feel like you have a loss or a lack in your life. It's much easier to be generous with generosity of soul when you have the most whole, complete soul in the universe. Do you get it? This is an active choice. Feel who you are, where you are, and feel that power, because it is so intense and it is so good and powerful and wonderful for you. You don't know. And when you can pull it out and use it on a daily basis, man, what you are capable of doing, whether or not you actively do anything to make your life different or change it, it automatically changes. It automatically gets better because you change how you feel about it. You change how, if you get to choose, if you want to feel anything about it. That's the power. Something happens, you go, oh my God, look, this happened. Do you have to pay attention to what it was? Do you have to give it power? If it's something negative, you don't want to give it the power. You don't want it becoming the be all and end all, because that's how you get trapped in these emotional eddies, right? Your whole life just became about whatever this incident. Whereas if you can step back from it and go, oh, look, that happened. How do I want to feel about that? What, if anything, do I have to do about that? And I think that is the key question that we neglect to ask ourselves, is what, if anything, do I need to do about this? And if the answer is nothing, you can't do anything about it, then why am I putting any kind of emotional power or stress or trauma or whatever kind of emotional energy I am putting into that? Is what I choose to put in. Whereas that's just one of those distractions that's keeping you off of the pathway, out of the downhill stream that is your greater existence. And this is the focus, right? And the cards keep pushing me, telling you, this is how you do it. Get into alignment, create your best life, be your best life. This is, it's how you see it. It's what do you want? Do not want what you do not have, right? Who was that? Sinead O'Connor, who, by the way, could have listened to her own advice, because if she had gotten into alignment with her best self, she might still be here. The power that you put out there is so much better focused when you put it into what you want and you need to be your best self in the moment. That fills, oh man, it dots I's and crosses T's that you didn't even know existed, right? It really, really does. And it creates the space for going after what you want, right? And here's the fun part. You got to be super careful, especially when you first get into practicing this law of attraction, Course in Miracles, a happy dog process, is that when you get up in the morning and you discover that, ooh, I'm going after what I want to go after, and you do it with a vengeance, you have to do it with self-control and an eye towards what's real, what's eternal, and is this temporary? Am I doing this for the right? I'm getting hiccups now. Am I doing this for the right reasons? Am I doing this because this is how I want my path to go? Oh my gosh. And if it is how you want your path to go, then your path becomes the point, right? If you want to, like I said, you want to become a brain surgeon, sign up for pre-med. If you haven't finished high school, go finish high school. Do the advanced classes that you have to do in order to sign up to pre-med, right? The path unveils itself as you get into alignment and allow your path to fall into place. And this is the whole point of the exercise, you guys. You either find it or you don't. But if you don't, you can live a great life without knowing that you even have a path, you guys. But the more effort and energy you put into feeling your way through your best life, the better the best life drops into your lap, whether you know it or not. And the funny thing is sometimes it's going to drive you down pathways that you didn't even know existed. You got it? We're at 10:57, you guys. I want to thank you all for coming in today. Glad I got to read for everybody that I got to read for. Sorry, those of you that missed a reading, I hope you'll come back again, and maybe we'll get you on the list earlier. Patience is your friend at these readings, you guys. I am back here every Tuesday between 9 and noon, unless life says you got to do something else. You can't do this, which happens occasionally, but not very often. I can be reached at psychictarot.ca if you want to hire me for a private reading. Otherwise, these are free. Come back and see me all day, every day. I'm going to be back here next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And you guys come in and catch a reading. Much love to you. I hope you have a great week. Alignment is your best friend. Get one with yourself. Have a great week, and we will see you again. Have a good one, and we'll enjoy yourself.